Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 58 of Beldania. And this isn't the theme tune,
Ooh.
and it might as well be in the current situation. Today I have playing with me Rico.
Hey, I'm Rico, and I'm playing Torn Goldenbrand, the Dragonborn Paladin.
Bruno.
Hello, I'm playing Rosania Veselor, Circle of Stars Druid.
I have Joe.
Hello, I am Joe, and I play Hennick Littlefield, the halfling farmer and bard.
I have Jamal.
Hey guys, Jamal here. I'm going to be playing Kiavo Duskmane.
And I have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh, and I will be playing Sebastian Belmont, the Abjuration Wizard.
That you will. When we last left off in the wonderful world of Beldania, we were in Lorvalen. Lorvalen has been taken over by the fairly nasty piece of work twins. They're the children of the previous Duke. The Duke was lost on top of a mountain, but the public were told that he was killed. Our party rescued the Duke, brought him back, and have announced in the sky that in 10 days' time he will return. In the meantime, they have created havoc within the city, which they promise relief will occur when the Duke returns, as long as people cooperate. To retaliate, the twins have threatened to hang or murder 10 people today, 20 tomorrow, 30 the next day, 40 the next day, all innocents, until you bugger off, basically. And that is the sort of news you're receiving in the Velvet Glove, place of many diplomatic discussions, and current hideout of the Duke. When we left off, and it is there that we shall. Anytime this week.
Well, hello everyone.
I think we're all just sad. It's just a very sad time in this town.
It's hard to believe the level of Stockholm syndrome going on here.
Well, only if it works. I mean, not that there's a Stockholm, but if we all assume we know what you mean by that, only if it works. I'm not sure that the people are buying it, but I guess and they're not, even the nobles being threatened. It's by threat, not by falling for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, considering what we've just learned, question now is, do we stick to this current timeline or do we expedite things? Is it worth consulting with the Duke to expedite this even quicker and reach the, as we would say, grand finale immediately, rather than waiting and taking any chances?
Yeah, I had a thought to ask some questions of a higher power, but I think you're right to talk to the Duke first and ask some questions. There is a way to go.
He may have some thoughts and opinions that we should be wise to respect.
The man did raise the children, somewhat.
It's very true.
And he is the one trying to return.
So you're in the Velvet Glove. If you wish to speak to the Duke, you know which room he would be available in. You can head on up there instead of. Yep. And he's sat there in deep discussion with Melian. Melian with the woad that brought you back to the Velvet Glove in disguise, and gave you the letter. At this point, the Duke sort of said, "What's your trouble?"
It appears so.
I did not think they would be so rash or blow their cover, show their true colors so soon.
True
The true
colors.
colours, you do not believe they're bluffing.
My children are definitely the spawn of a devil, but I did think that they would try and act the part, at least. Would be leaders. In some ways, they may have made this simpler, but complicated.
That's the simpler side of that I was sort of wondering about. I mean, given the tipping of their hat, so to speak, tipping their hand, however that one goes, do you think that the people would be more receptive if you were to return earlier than we had declared?
He sort of shrugs. He's not really sure about the state of the city being away. Melian will tell you that there are many in the city that blame you all for the havoc that's being caused. Especially the rich merchants who were on the Lagon sides, whose children aren't going to get murdered. And the businessmen and such. They might not be very receptive to you, but they might be receptive to the Duke. That being said, they've had a lot more freedom under the Duke than they ever did, under the twins than they ever did under the Duke. So they were his staunchest opposers even back then.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure. The Duke sort of...
Perhaps it hasn't done any worse or better with the mass of the people, but those folk we were specifically trying to pull away from supporting the twins, that's probably only gotten worse, if anything.
Could get better with our plan over the 10 days, but they follow through.
Then the
with their
question
threats.
becomes, can we somehow directly stop their threats to kill people off? I mean, that seems like they could just pick another 10 people, even if we go somewhere, find someone, free him, stop him, whatever. There's always another set of folk around the corner to run through with a sword.
I will say one thing for my daughter. She does nothing without planning. Very ready for this. The word safety devices? Really the word I'm looking for. Insurance? Protocol? I don't know.
Perhaps a contingency.
She'll have things in mind to make sure that it's not just to rescue them.
Right. Well...
They asked
I will
if you
say,
speak with them.
indeed.
Something you would consider.
Well, I have to say my first impulse was strongly not to. Just because it's not our doing that they've decided to make threats, and it almost seemed like the entire point, right? Was for them to show that that the rest of the nobles can't rely on them. But I have considered that it may simply be my pride in wanting to see our plan go forward that is preventing me from having a discussion, or a fight if that's what it is.
Henrik, it is clearly a trap.
Is it a trap we're too important to walk into?
What makes you think it's a trap?
Well,
Well, that's actually a good question. It feels like as if it's stumbling into the lion's den, but is it just a man stumbling into the lion's den, or is it a dragon walking into the den of lions?
You ever say anything straight, Pat? What on earth did
No.
that mean?
Well, in this case, if we are the dragon walking into the den of lions, then they don't stand a damn chance. But if
Are
this
you
is a
so
trap,
certain
then...
that they don't just want to talk?
oh, I think I'm quite more afraid of the talk than the fight, to be honest. After this turn of events of the plan that they've had to try to convince us to dissuade us from our initial thoughts, then I don't like to hear what next step they have in mind to convince us otherwise, rather than simply stop us, capture us, fight us.
And perhaps it is elven custom, but usually when we invite others to meetings, we don't threaten to murder hostages.
Right, that's the thing. Like, it sort of has the feel that they've got some sort of proposal or something they intend to tell us that will throw us off, or that sort of thing, right? Something sneaky and devious. But it does make reasonable sense that if they wanted to get, they could take us out if they were capable of doing so. I don't know whether they are, but if they did, that would work pretty well for them, right? Oh, we caught the criminals. We can now relax. It was their fault all along. We made these threats, and everything's good again. I mean, that seems like it would work just fine for them. So the idea of a simple physical fight and trap does make sense.
To create a hostage
Okay.
situation does seem like they're getting desperate. So what we've done so far must have at least had some impact. That's for sure.
Well, if I can get out to even just a nice little patch of grass here out someplace, I'm sure I can focus in and get some decent answers to some of these questions. But I wish I knew other specific ideas to ask. Or I can ask if they intend to fight us. But if the answer is no, I don't know what else to ask they might do. Right, I wish I
You
had some
only
thought of
ask
like, is this
questions
their plan
pertaining
or
to
is that
you.
their plan? No, could be any sort of thing. Just yes or no's, though.
Would they harm the citizenry if you did what they asked? Give me, I'm sure
Right,
that
I mean, if the-
you want to continue with your plan, but frankly, I wish to preserve the citizens. If you were to up and leave as they request.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose just whether more people will ultimately be harmed if we give in than if we refuse. I mean, that's really one of the reasons I didn't want to talk to them in the first place, I think. Just that, you know, I can understand why everyone's upset that this is being threatened, and it's not good, but it's not as though nobody was in dire straits just from their leadership. But it's a heavy weight to be the one deciding to let certain set of people die just because you know it's a smaller number.
How many questions do we have, Henrik?
Just 3.
Could we perhaps ask if bringing the Duke forward now would benefit our cause?
I've got it written on the list. Yeah, that's a reasonable question.
Maybe let's go and we can decide on the last question when we're there. In the patch of grass.
Any outdoorish place.
I
don't
see.
think I
Okay,
need to
sorry,
get outside the city, but
I
I'm not
missed
gonna
that.
be in a building,
You need
so-
to be outside to do commune, right? I see. Okay,
I
you
just-
don't need to,
you don't
but you
have to
should
be,
be.
but-
Yes,
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay, well, lucky for you, there's lots and lots of grass in the city because you put it there.
Well, mostly in another zone,
Yeah,
but
the
yes.
arena is a wood. If you want to go and sit in there, yeah, totally. You guys can do that.
Yeah, so
As
find-
you, are you all going? Right?
Yeah.
well,
Oh, was
If-
that a
if it's not
response to
far.
Rosania from Rosania, or a response to Rosania like you're all coming with us?
No,
well,
I mean, Tornum,
yeah,
certainly.
they're all coming with us.
Okay, cool.
Unless someone resists, then she'll nudge. Come on then.
No, I'll willingly go as well.
Okay, cool. I will assume it's enough. Go on.
I got nowhere else to be, so I'll follow.
I've got nowhere else to be. Love it. Yeah, well, they do really good food and drink at Velvet Club, don't they? So, I don't know. Maybe that's your idea of where we should stay. Anyway, as you exit, I will take a perception check from every one of you. Please.
Is it the eyesight or?
Is it for eyes?
Do I have advantage on this via the Sentinel Shield?
Yeah, why not? Anyone might have advantage. Specifically, can anybody see invisibility as it's a separate? Well, nobody just
Looking at
randomly sees
Chiavo
him.
with his crazy visors.
Yeah, I don't think
Ah.
they see this.
Oh, they
quite
need to be
yet, right?
active or something to. I see.
Well,
I rolled a nat 20.
It doesn't give. Oh, nat 20. Wow.
Yeah. I will take
James.
one from Sebastian.
Was that perception?
Yes.
Oh, when you get a chance, check out the Twitch chat. I got a 5.
Nice.
Yeah, as you are leaving the orange, get a strange whiff of an unusual smell. And as you look up, you see a shadow moving along the roof. No sign of anybody giving this. And they appear to have dropped some rolls to the of Yama.
I would sort of put my hand on Kevo's chest and stop him from stepping on whatever's rolled in front of him.
Yes, Kelvo, as you look down, you see what appears to be a pair of glasses. They are
Pair of
blue eyes
glasses.
glasses. When put on, the eyes of
Yeah,
any
Kelvo.
character appear blue
Drop
when
these.
viewed through the lenses. You may thank Laura.
Oh,
In the meantime, however, the shadow is dancing away across the roof and then just gone. You get the impression that you've been being watched. Or more specifically, the velvet glove has been being watched. Make of that what you.
Maybe it's by the orphan stabby crazy guy.
The orphan
I'll-
stabby crazy guy.
Yeah,
By
so
which
when
you
I
mean
say
the
guy
whistler?
that you, yeah, him.
guy we should
Cool,
have
okay.
killed. Yes.
Yes.
No, we shouldn't have.
I'll sort of try to like address the group, but silently. Like I'll sort of just like, sort of with my eyes like point up to the direction of wherever I saw this shadowy figure.
You did see
and
them
sort of,
flee
like,
away
Yeah,
before
yeah.
disappearing, so we can at least assume that they're not that
And I'll sort of
particular
be
ones
like-
that's watching.
I'll sort of be like, they're watching us.
Well, of all the people in the city not supposed to move about, we're meant to be going to a meeting on their account. So even if it's not what we're doing.
You're also not in
Hopefully-
curfew time, right? It's
Oh, okay.
allowed to. It's 2:00 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that.
No, that's all right. I'm just making sure that you're aware that you're being watched. Okay. You head round to a small sort of public garden, I guess is the right way of phrasing it. There's a little fountain at the centre, a little grass courtyard. There's a bench. There is one old lady who sat at the end of the bench. She's poking the ground a little bit with her stick. You can see it in her hand. There's some breadcrumbs. Seems quite put out with life.
Fine day, ma'am.
Is it? I came to feed the birds. They
How have
been
we found
chased
them so
off.
far?
I've seen none.
Oh.
Brought them bread. No birds today. I feed them most mornings.
Can I
Well,
like,
hopefully
check-
things in the city will be back to normal before long. Sorry, Brenda. I didn't.
It's okay. Can I check like her general vibe? Is she actually here to feed birds, or is
Yeah,
she a
100%.
spy of the local
100%. But you're,
government?
like, she is literally just there to feed the birds. She's really pissed off because the birds aren't there.
Oh man. Can I conjure animals?
Sure.
I knew this was coming.
I'm gonna conjure 8 pigeons,
It looks
and I'm gonna make them fly in.
Seeing them flying down. Oh, well, here they come.
Oh, I guess they were just late.
The birds.
Imagine that.
Come on, the birds. She starts to scatter the bread out.
Madam, perhaps down there, just a little bit down the ways. Seems like the birds prefer that area over there.
I'll guide them towards where Torin is pointing.
Yep, okay. You guide her and the birds little ways. And yeah, got to have fake birds. I guess.
Clear out, old lady.
Yeah, honestly, right? Like we're just like fuck off and just like make these fake birds fly around her. She's like,
Yeah,
I
she tells
did
you,
it out
but
of kindness.
yeah, so she comes down every morning to feed the birds. For some reason, the birds didn't turn up today. Maybe that one she will.
Right.
But you have a space in which you
Make
can
more.
commune should you wish. We'll get some commune-like music.
Now, all questions must be dedicated to what happened to the birds, right?
Panic.
All
I'll
right,
bring
all
one
right.
back to tell you if you'd like.
Well,
It's
there
all
they
right. I just need to be in contact with the soil, I think. Run my hands through a little bit of grass and see what the time of year is it again, and go to the almanac as well, and eventually find myself in.
I have a
Proper
strange
sense of
question.
2 p.m. early spring, 25th of the month. You don't have days like you would. Try any other question?
I just had a strange question. Does Hennick wear shoes?
We've gone back and forth because
I
originally
know, I
James
can't
didn't like
remember
the
anymore.
idea of a shoeless anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I
And
said
then I think I was
whatever
told it
you
was
chose
okay.
was correct for the whole race.
Right.
So I think
That's
I
what it
went
has
back
been.
to
Yeah.
not shoes.
No
Yeah,
shoes. So you're like
Would be
the
my-
classic.
I know that Torin and Chiavo chose for their race. Torin chose boots and Chiavo chose no shoes. So, yeah. Definitely.
No shoes just works better with the little slightly rolled up pant legs, I think, which
Yeah.
is important. Yeah. So I shall ritually. So we're gonna be here for a bit. Commune,
Mm. I'm just gonna-
and
one second.
I believe first question will be. Simply, well, go ahead.
Sorry. Whilst he's ritually casting Commune, I'm gonna ritually cast Dome of Silence. So that if there is anyone sneaking around spying on us like there were when we left the tavern, they can't hear us.
I genuinely thought you were going to say I'm going to ritually cast Counterspell. That's
Oh,
just because that's the sort of
you
thing
deal with
Sebastian might
this,
do.
bitch.
Yes, so within your
yeah.
ball of silence, Henrik, as you commune and you take a moment a little bit near the water fountain. So, what do you ask?
All right, so I'm sure I could be smarter if I cared, but it's 9:00 in the morning. I'm just gonna start with, are they planning to attack us if we go to the meeting?
No.
All right, folks. Well, definitely doesn't seem like the fighting kind of trap, as far as the world is aware.
That's boring.
Good to know.
I like that last thing that you had mentioned, Rosa. Let's see if I can think on that. How did we put it? Will things go worse for us if the Duke reappears nowish?
Please define now-ish.
Within the next
You just mean
day.
sooner?
Yeah, but like real soon. I think if we're gonna do it, why wait until a bunch of people have been killed? So the goal,
Right.
I guess, so my question would be like, within
Like
maybe
today,
the next
basically.
day. Maybe the first set gets killed. Maybe they don't, but when not longer than that.
The answer depends on the method. You may ask another question. To put it simply, as like out of character, just
Yeah.
so anybody doesn't understand that, it depends on the way in which you try and install the Duke
Sure.
today or tomorrow, right? If he just
Naturally.
turns up and goes, hey, maybe it has a different effect to if you obliterate the twins and put him on the ashes. It's I can't answer that question.
No, I get it.
But they did say you may ask another question, as in you get a free
a
extra
freebie.
question. Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe this is just me and my not being as confident as some of y'all seem to be sometime of what we're capable of. But I do like that question that was brought up at one point. So let us see what is known. if we do tangle with the twins and whatever immediate supporters they have, are we likely to come out of it on top?
If you can find them.
So I get the impression, folks, they may not be easy to get a hold of. Likely not them actually expecting to meet us. Does that help us with any final question?
Ooh,
I
maybe
can't
to
exactly. I can't say who is there, right? But I can.
No, but you could ask if they are currently in the city.
That's not bad. All right. What the hell? Are the twins currently within the city? You know which
So
ones I
awful
mean.
because commune is such a yes/no questions, and I can't answer any.
Yeah, I know. Right? That's why in the end I just go, you know what? Just ask something because you're not going to get perfect answers anyway. So
all that I can give you is in a manner of speaking.
interesting. Well, I got the old sort of, folks. I don't know what the hell that means, but we know they're magically powerful and so forth, and I don't know. But it sure sounds like they don't necessarily intend to be waiting for us on a street corner, or outside their gates, or inside their gates, for that matter.
We should have asked if they were physically in the city. Damn.
Well, perhaps you'll have to be more specific when you tell me what to do next time, Sebastian.
Oh, maybe you should just talk to better gods. Once that
Yeah, I'm really sorry. The three questions you asked, it was very hard to answer two of them in a way that
it's
makes
impossible
sense.
to answer
Yeah.
those things.
I like to be really, really honest when you ask those sorts of questions, and sometimes it's just not a question I can answer.
I still feel like it was info.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
definitely.
But they definitely, you do know definitely that they do not plan on attacking you, and I will be fair to you and say not even in, obviously just because they're not there, they don't plan on you being attacked because you turned up. Let me put it like really clearly. Like,
right, but that's it's almost more curious, right? That it's not a fighting sort of trap anyway, but they're not there. So is it just an intermediary? Maybe it's just the masked mage or someone like that, or just even just a messenger of sorts. I don't know, or what the hell. But I will say it makes me a lot more curious about what is there awaiting us.
I guess learning and knowing this now, it'd be fair to say there can't be much more harm that can happen. We at least go to talk, right?
Right, that seems somewhat reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, they want us there for some sort of a reason, but I mean, turning up doesn't mean necessarily agreeing automatically to whatever proposal they might have, or I don't know. But you know, the fact that they, Torn, you said you thought you saw someone. If they've been watching us, then they know where the hell we are. If they want to tell us something,
Well,
the
they're
message
certainly
could get to
watching
us as easy as those glasses.
Speaking of the glasses,
mm-hmm.
I wonder if this would accentuate any kind of disguise I decide to choose.
If you want to be blue-eyed. I like to think that it works both ways. So when you're wearing the glasses, everyone you meet has blue eyes too.
That sounds.
I want these glasses.
This sounds like
better
such
roll a
glam
5
hit.
the next time somebody gives a player of your choice a random item. You know what happens to these items? You try and get rid of them or give them to someone else, they just keep coming back.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
Yeah, it's like it's like that one coin that always lands on its side. That was a fantastic little thing, wasn't it?
I like the sticky marble somebody got yesterday that stuck to their hand. That's it. Okay. So, you are currently outside, a little way from the Velvet Glove. Is the plan to attend a meeting at the Lagon Estates, or is the plan to...
It was like an open invitation, right? It wasn't a specific time?
Yeah, although They did say every day that you do not leave, they will murder some citizens. This is technically day 2 since you... No, day 1. It's day 1. You did the dawn thing this morning. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that right, or did you have a curfew for...
Well,
We
we've
had
run
a
into some curfew, which is why I thought it was nighttime, I think.
I think last episode we had a curfew. It was the next day, and at the beginning of the next day, that's when we saw the post about.
Yes,
I
so
see.
it
the
has been
hanging,
24 hours.
and
So
then
it
we
is day
ended.
2, yes, correct. That's what I thought. Cool. So 24 hours has passed. This is day 2. The invitation was given to you at 7 p.m. the previous night.
Well, if we're going to go, and that's... We can still talk about that. We may as well do it before long. I have to say, I think I'm in favor of showing up, but I'm not going to push anyone, because that is only a matter of... It is not any kind of wisdom, to be honest with you. It is merely my feeling that my refusal to go is me trying to say that my machinations are more important than finding out whatever's going on there. And I don't think that's right. If there's a chance of stopping things, and it calls for me changing what I meant to do, that's
I think we should go too.
Does anybody speak out heavily against going? May proceed to the Lagonus. As you arrive, there it's a sort of hush over the area in front of it. There is a guard standing quite a long way in front of the states. I'm going to put you guys on the map just so you can, so I can sort of point to line stuff. Second. Once. Nope. Oh, annoying. There we go. So you've sort of headed over here and through. And as you get to Legon Boulevard, the guards sort of stopping people sort of here on the road. You note that this area is also closed, so it's sort of this whole section is cut off.
It's hard getting here, by the way. I mean,
It was
fun
really
'cause it's
difficult, yeah.
adventure.
You had to get sort of round the thorny bushes and past the swamp that had been put in the ground and so on and so forth. But I like to think that Hennick sort of knows exactly where the chaos has been driven and knows the path that can be used to get around it. As you approach the guards, they just separate out silently, letting you pass through. The Legon Estate is ringed by a large wall, which has a portcullis that rises to allow you to come in. As you walk into the main courtyard, the portcullis sort of slams closed behind your group. Hanging from in front of the main door are 10 nooses. Each one is empty. Nobody hangs from the noose. The main door to the castle is... There are no guards inside.
Curious.
I guess we just walk.
You walk in?
Yeah, I think Sebastian just continues walking.
Okay. As you go in, you see sort of like a slightly translucent image of a young-looking male, perhaps not quite adult. And as you arrive in, it sort of leaves. The shade disappears as it walks away from you. And 2 images come forward of the twins. Ah, good of you to come. Thank you. Sorry that we're not there to greet you in person. Certain precautions have to be taken. I would understand if your anger provoked excitable reaction. This is the Duchess speaking. And actually, let me just get their images up on so that we know what they look like and where they are. So this is Matthias and Evandria Legon.
Well, when I want my visitors to be in a good mood, I tend not to threaten to kill people, but I suppose becoming sort of a ghost is one way to go about it.
I'm ever so sorry for that, but I didn't think you'd come any other way. And we do so need to.
Where exactly are you physically?
That would be difficult.
Yeah,
And
that's why I asked.
good lady never tell.
You're not a good lady.
That's a matter of opinion.
Is it?
I'm good in
Is
so
it
many
really?
ways, Sebastian. Yes. But the one way that matters is the citizens. I would love to tell you that this was a bluff to get you here. But, unfortunately, for the good of the many, sometimes the few might suffer, and some of the noble family being ever so resistant to our rule. If you leave quietly and remove that damned spell you've in my city, then nothing happens. No one dies. Everything goes back to how it was before you so rudely came along and messed things about.
Are you not able to remove the spell?
You see, she sort of like grits her teeth as if like she's genuinely annoyed.
Sucks to suck.
Our little pet mage is apparently not competent enough.
And you?
I don't get my
And
hands
Sebastian kind of
dirty.
raises. Okay. And your brother?
Just sort of looks at you. He doesn't say it.
Okay, I guess you're both magically inept. Despite your illusions.
Looks like we know who the real mages are here.
Perhaps. He sort of looks at you and, is it so much to ask for you to just go away and stop being a bother?
I mean, we could say the same thing to you.
This is my city. Ah, it is. Sort of says after you can see she's being jabbed by her brother.
I was just gonna say, the brother elbows her in the room.
It does look that way, yes.
You know, by my way of thinking, there's several thousand other people who should have just poked you in the ribs. The city don't belong to either one of you or together.
Oh. Yes, okay. It belongs to the citizens, and the citizens belong to us. I know you might have it another way. You know, the Duke is the ruler of the people, and he is the, you know, the people choose him, and he is of the people. And all. That is absolute wrong. People are ours. If we
Still
don't
have a choice
leave,
in how
we
you
will
treat
do
them.
with them what we please, indeed. And we could have them hanging from the legal estates. Don't we?
You could have them living happily as they did under your father.
Oh,
Why's it got to be somewhere in
as
between?
many suffered under my father's rule as suffer under ours. The only difference is how much wealth those who are suffering have. You're poor, you're miserable. That's how the world works. You're rich, you're happy. That's how the world should work. Under my father, it was the opposite. The only people who had any good time in the city were those who didn't have anything to hold on to. They'd be rewarded for their ineptness, their lack of ability to manage on a budget, their lack of ability to work hard enough to get a living to live on. No,
Didn't you get your money because your father passed it on to you?
no.
So where did it come from? Thin air?
I have many business interests, but mostly it's my brother here who brings in the family finance.
And who sent you to that fancy magical academy so you could learn and
well,
become
to that we are
powerful
ever
magician?
indebted to my father. I believe we are giving him his due gratitude right now.
On the contrary, you're just spitting on your father's work by being complete hypocrites. You're criticizing the poor people of the city for not having anything to hold on to, and everything you have hold on to has been put on your lap since your cradle.
She has
What
just
kind
told
of
you that that's not the
lunacy
case,
are
but
you
okay.
speaking? Yes, of course it is the case.
I don't believe it isn't the case at all.
From the second that these little brats got their education, given to them by their father, they were already ahead of the poor people in the city. I will take no shams that they're trying to present to us.
Whereas you grew up with such a hard life, did you?
I grew up in the forest and in the woods.
Go back there.
Why don't you? You look like a beast anyway. Oh,
He smiles at it.
I lost my comb. So,
I mean, not to defend them, Rosania, but just because they got a good education didn't mean that they then didn't have to study for it.
did the poor
They
people
are-
in the city that they're criticizing get an education presented to them upon their hands?
Quite a few of them.
Well, to be fair, there was still a lot of
The
poor
church
people in
teaches
the
children
city
to read and
under
write for
the-
free.
under the Duke's reign.
Yes, there were a lot of poor people in the city under the Duke's reign, and under the Duke they did get a free education. Only learning how to read and write, but it's something.
I'm
Yes,
just saying
then
we
if you
shouldn't pretend that they're not incapable people.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they're hypocrites.
And
I've
I would
never said that
entitle
they're
them
incapable.
correct as well.
You can't convince me that these two little brats didn't go through as much struggle and difficulty.
Did you just come
as the
here to
poor
talk to
people in the city.
yourselves? She sort of
Oh
raised
my
a hand,
gosh.
and then... speaking of hypocrisy, it's not your city. You don't belong here. And yet your staying could provoke the death of innocents. Is that not reason enough to leave?
At whose hand?
Ours!
And so you want to blame us for your own actions?
No,
Smart indeed.
I want to
isn't
ask
it?
you to leave, or innocents will die. It's quite a simple situation.
Well, you did that by the messages posted. Did you invite us here just when you could have written at the end of the message, "And we really mean it!" exclamation point?
No, we invited you here to ask you in person so peacefully to leave, and mostly to make sure you were exactly where we needed you. Thanks for coming.
What did you?
And then,
what did you mean
as
that
they
you was-
say that, the doors slam close on the castle.
What did you mean that you was currently giving the gratitude to your father? What are you doing with
And
him?
therein lies the question. It's been oh so pleasant speaking in person for one.
When you're not in person, you're a hologram.
And a coward.
Just because you can't cast astral projection, that's no reason to get upset with me, Sebastian.
Bitch, he starts taking off his hooped earrings.
I'll grab your bag.
Hold me
I'll grab your
back.
bag.
Tap it. I knew it. The second they said, "Oh, we're giving our gratitude to our father," I was like, "Hold on, no! Everyone, go back, go backwards." What did they just say?
So spiteful people.
Is there a window nearby?
No. You're in the main keep of the castle, which is where the king or queen or lord would be held, which means there are no windows for which anyone could be assassinated. It means there is only one door, and it is just closed behind you. There are no guards in sight you when you arrived. There were none here.
I don't see much of a problem.
Knock.
You cast knock. Have that as a
Could
druid.
is it,
No, I can't. I was just hoping a wizard would.
Sorry,
is there a
Sebastian.
keyhole or anything?
The door that closed.
Yeah.
No, it's this sort of huge double doors that's barred. It's barred from your side. Or it would be barred
Oh.
from your side, so they're not locked. They just closed. It was
And they're
perhaps to
still here?
enforce a point. The astral projections,
Yeah.
they are sat quietly watching.
Why all of these theatrics, baby Legons?
Aren't you in a hurry? Why all these questions? Places to be. People to see.
Kiavo, can you lift the plank?
It's not locked. There is a space to
Oh.
barricade the door on your side. It's not locked.
Oh,
The
that
doors are just closed. Okay, you're going to run out the door.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I am personally.
Okay. Is anybody else following Sebastian? As he charges out the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll run
Casual
after
stroll.
him.
We shall. You're just
I
gonna
will
walk.
cast sending
Okay.
real quick. What's her name? The woad painted chick in
Melana.
the velvet glove. Yes.
Melania.
Melana.
Melania.
And just Not certain of their intentions, but they may be coming for the Duke. Please protect him. Hide him if possible.
Druid friend. All she's got for you.
Our druid friend has
You
him?
left Gia. Velvet glove.
Okay.
Quick, call Gia.
Pick up the phone!
Can you?
I just wanted to get somebody other than the Duke himself. I know he could protect himself, but I guess I should have just gone straight to him.
Well, if I've got a good somewhat line of sight, I can do it hither to the portal from where we are to as close as I can see.
Thanks to
The
Hennick, you
velvet
can see
glove?
about 28 feet away before the hedge blocks the view.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I will go into dragon form. I'll grab Sebastian and I'll fly up in the sky. Go, Sebastian!
Okay. As you do so, you see a smoldering ruin where the velvet glove should be.
No.
I'll do it hither
No.
to the portal at the entrance of the Lagon Estate, and then at the entrance of the Velvet Glove.
Okay, so
If
this
it's
is a
within
wreck.
1500
That is
mi-
way too far for you to. 1,500 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you can get to the end of the road.
I guess if we were sort of running there, you could cast it from the sky, and I can drop us in, and I'll run in.
Right
Just
now,
a bit closer.
you're here, and this is yeah, that is, a good 150, 200 feet. I could fix the thing if that would help. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I don't want to open a new page, Roll20. Stop that.
Sebastian, if it's too far, why don't you just use your hither staff from above, and I can fly you towards there, and you use the hither to get the party to move faster, and keep up with us.
And Kiava was going for a stroll, he
Hold
said.
on.
You could just walk
Say
faster.
that again.
So we'll fly up in the sky, right? So we won't
Uh-huh.
have any difficult terrain. And while we
Uh-huh.
do that, you can use your hither to move the party 1,500 feet at a time.
I
Will that work?
don't have that many charges of it.
Guys,
I
I'm
only-
gonna have to be
Oh.
also just cut you in here because you've in the time you've had this discussion, you could have got to the end of the road. This is real time, right? You're in a situation where it's tense, you have to hurry up. If you can't think fast, just run, right? It's not that far. It's
I'll
like
just
a
point
10-minute
to the
run.
Velvet Glove. I'll go Rosenia. She's carrying me.
Okay,
on
but long before you get there, as you reach the gap between the arena and the Mages Guild, I am going to move. So many damn pages. Come to a gap between two houses. I need a. Bear with me. Sorry, I've got 15 things to do at once. Let's get the music going. Rosania, I need a.
Why
Strength
is
saving
there
throw,
two
please.
of them?
Two of
Not
what?
the
Yeah.
strength save. I'm
Oh,
gonna
two
wheel
Rosanias,
myself.
I see.
Think fuck.
You're gonna
I
what?
wheeled
Sorry? You're gonna what?
I'm gonna wheel myself. I said that before I rolled the dice, by the way.
Strength save was?
Oh, it's a 10. What a sadness.
Your flight speed is 0.
Whoa.
I've been earthbound. And, as you move into this area, sort of descending from the sky almost, is a friend of yours.
How far away are they?
Measure it. I'm doing 10 other things. You have a
Oh,
measuring
sorry, I
tool in
didn't see that
Roll20.
he was there.
Oh man, look at this guy.
That is an ugly man. I do not
Oh,
like
jeez.
him.
Okay. He's all
Who the
lightning.
hell is that?
Who do you
That is the
think?
Master Mage. Cool. Guys, I'm actually going to move you a little further up. Can't move. Sorry, I just need you to come off the edge of the screen. There we
God He should. He looks like he's just a floating torso.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, who the hell is that?
Oh no, he's not. He's just you know.
No, I know, I get it. It's just fun.
Okay. And as he sort of confronts you, I will ask you all to roll initiative, please. As you hear a sort of thunking sound between the houses that. Wait, is there dynamic lighting on? Have I not turned it on?
No.
Oh bollocks! Bear with.
Oh no, the shadows are creeping in.
Oh no.
Oh shit, he's gonna soul lightning bolt us or something.
Okay. Sorry. As you all roll initiative, I'm just going to run down the list. Torin, is that a 13?
No, it's a 9. No, it's a 13. You're right. Sorry, I rolled a 9. Wait,
Rosania.
no, hold on. James, it's a 9. I don't know why it's coming out as 13.
Okay.
I rolled 2 4s. That's fine.
Oh, it's added them. Sebastian 13, Kiavo 8, Henrik 9, and Torin, Rosania 21, yeah?
We are not prepared.
Oh, you rolled a 13. Rosania, no, I'm 21, that's right, okay, I'm really confused. Cool. Okay. Rosania, your speed is 0. You descend at 60 feet per round. So you fall really quickly at the beginning of the fight. You weren't that high in the first place. You manage to sort of stabilize and come down with Sebastian at a somewhat okay angle. And you hear the sort of thunking sound of like almost like there's a giant walking on the cobblestones. And I believe that you rolled bad enough that it is none of your turns.
James, can you show us the tracker?
Please tell me
Thank
that
you.
works. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
You know what, Sebastian, that was quite a good idea, your lightning bolt, but I think I prefer fire. I'll have a dex save from the lot of you, please.
Who's casting the mage?
Yeah,
Counterspell.
you can't counter spell from there.
I can't.
So everyone gets.
Counter spell has a
plus
60 feet
4.
range, right?
Oh, right, it's 100 feet. Right, okay, damn. Yeah.
Everyone gets plus 4 to your
Everyone
dex
gets a
saves. yeah?
plus 4 to the deck saves.
I'm gonna reflect it as a magical silvery mirror slams down in front of us.
I think it's a
I
chat.
will cast reflect.
Okay, so you get resistance for the damage.
Even if I cast at 5th level.
You didn't say I cast reflect at 5th level. You said I cast reflect. Okay, so
Sure.
we're not going to go, ooh, but it didn't reflect, so I'm going to cast it at a high level.
No,
So,
I-
do you know what I mean? Yeah, cool.
Sure.
Okay. It's not going to kill you guys. You're not dead. I just need a dex save from a lot of you, please. It is a DC 19. If you get below a 19, you'll take 43 fire damage. If you get above, you will take 21.
So Shield Master allows me to take 0 if I succeed on the save and I blow a reaction, and so I will do so.
Okay. Yeah, you duck behind your shield, allowing you to avoid that
Yeah, and
damage.
Torn obviously tries to like cover as much of everyone else with his shield as he possibly can.
You have a moment to plan your turns, Rosalia. It is your turn next. I will be back in 1 moment.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to grab a napkin to blow my nose because I'm stuffy as fuck.
How much has this guy been kind of vaguely on our side of late?
Not really.
Okay.
We
He
don't
just, like,
really
kinda-
know the
He's willing to
level-
talk to you, but like.
Yeah, we don't really know his alliance massively.
Right. Alright, so. It doesn't have to be a solely try to break
Kill.
him free kind of fight. It can be a just beat him up fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am back, Rosania.
I'm gonna move 30 feet up.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step. 5.
Sorry, as you step there, you will see 2 golems, huge iron constructions, the central crystal of what appears to be a red gem. If you remember, you saw some of his golem creations last episode at the wherever Justin was. Yeah.
It was sand.
These ones are iron versions of those.
Okay. That's scary. I'm gonna phase step to the top of this roof, and
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Polymorph on the Masked Mage.
Okay.
At 4th level.
Yep. Wisdom save, is that?
It is a Wisdom save.
27.
I'm gonna Silvery Barbs that. Yay!
He will succeed.
Huh?
He will choose to succeed.
He has legendary resistances?
This
Yes.
bastard.
What an ugly, ugly man you are. And then actually I wanna be on this side of the roof, so
Okay.
hopefully he doesn't attack me.
Okay. That concludes your
Can I
turn.
lay down? Can I lay prone? So I like lay
You
on
can
the
be
roof.
prone. Yeah.
Hopefully they'll make me be out of line of sight from anyone on the
Hopefully
street.
he doesn't Drop a bomb on you.
Oh. Don't jinx it.
That concludes your turn.
Yeah, that will be my turn. Trying
Okay.
to prone on the roof.
Legendary action. Sebastian, need a wisdom saving throw, please. As you hear a sort of sharp screech come into your mind.
Plus
That's
4.
a 21. 20.
20 is a success. It is the turn of our friend the golem, charges round the corner and runs directly at Torin, attempting to pretty much run him over. He slams into you, knocking you down, or trying at least. Torin, that is a 27 to hit you.
That. Oh, hold on. My AC is inflated right now. That will hit me.
19 bludgeoning damage. And it unsheaths a sort of what to you would be a great sword, and then in one hand sort of slashes it down at you. 24 to hit.
Ooh. That will also hit, but I will. Oh, I can't. I already used my reaction.
You cannot.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You will take it.
uh,
Wait for.
Yeah, can I give him Gifted and Metallic Dragon and Protective Wings? +5 to his AC from my usage.
Is it +5?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Right.
+5 bonus to target's AC against that attack roll.
Okay.
If
+5
I
for
use
you.
my reaction for it.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Golden wings come down from Chiavo, sort of blocking the sword blow from hitting you, Sebastian. You're up. Please bear in mind, Sebastian, that creature has 10-foot reach. You can see quite clearly that he could hit you from there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Only applies to you too.
I'm gonna walk here, still in reach.
Yep.
And then I will bonus action Misty Step
Mm-hmm.
up here on the roof.
Yep.
And then is it just cantrips I can cast when I've bonus action disposal slot?
Of course.
Okay. Then I will throw a sparks out.
Actually, that is a point. Just to remind you, Rosania, did you use Elegant Step or did you use Misty Step? Because you can't cast 2 spells in one turn, just to let you know. It didn't matter because it didn't work. But yeah, no Misty Step and Polymorph in one turn. Sorry, Sebastian, carry on.
I'm gonna fire off a sparks at the mass mage.
Okay, go ahead.
16 to hit.
16 will miss, unfortunately.
That's my turn.
Hennick.
Is the mass mage actually really big, or is he just like
I've made it a little bigger because if I make him 1 square, he is that big.
Right. But he's a normal man-sized guy in reality.
He's a little big, but no bigger than Torin.
Okay.
Because he's got this sort of metal, like, fused to him, right? And, like, so he appears bulkier and larger than your average human. He is also floating off the ground, which is kind of cool. But, yeah, he's pretty human-sized.
Run behind the dude. As a halfling, I should be able to go through this.
Sorry, you've gone quiet.
Oh. I'm gonna run through the dude. As a halfling, I should be able to go through.
You can do that, yep.
I think that's only 25. There. So that I'm actually off of his face.
Yep.
And I know that Sebastian's attack the Mass Mage was probably a good idea, but I'm going to attempt to force cage him. It should just work.
Sorry, who are you force caging?
The Masked Mage. It's a 100-foot range, and as long as he can fit within a 10 by 10 box, I'll put him in the box.
He can definitely fit in a 10 for 10 box. Can you ping it for me? So you did use your racial. Okay, cool.
Did that come through? Yeah.
Unavailable. Cool.
So he should, I suppose, unless he countered it or something, but he should be stuck in there. And the spell.
He can cast a spell while in it, right? He just can't cast one out of it.
Right, but if he tries to use teleportation type stuff to get in and out, he has to make a charisma save first.
I'm more just asking. It can be dispelled, right?
I guess probably.
What's the
so.
spell
No,
again?
this spell can't be dispelled by dispel magic. That is the last line of the text.
Oh, I'm scrolled up. Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say like that
I
seems
thought I knew
that
it
seems
was-
like a really weak 7th level power. Like
yeah,
just,
no, I
it's
meant to use
valuable.
Yeah, oh, that's
twins at one point. I knew I checked that it was probably
Okay, cool.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
cool. Okay, fantastic.
Well, I can't actually get far enough away from this big dude, even if I shoved him. So I think I'm good.
Okay.
I should
what was
probably
that
inspire
one?
somebody. Torin, yes. Bardic inspiration.
Why,
I'm gonna run over this way. You kick his ass.
I'll shoot Henrik the Wink.
Okay, now that's really mean.
Okay. Henrik, I will ask you to make a Wisdom save as a legendary action. This is not a spell. So I'm gonna let this it's a natural psionic ability that casts into your mind.
Okay, wisdom save 22.
Oh. Yeah, nothing happens. And that leads us to our golem, which is going to pound down the town. I've got 40 foot of movement speed and 20 foot of jumping speed. That seems convenient. Attacks against Rosani will be an advantage, is that correct? Because she is prone?
Is he climbing up into the house?
He just jumped.
Damn.
A 20 foot jumping range. 17 will miss you though, I think, correct? Or is that your armor class?
That is my AC.
Sucks to be you. That is
Damn, that's kind of rude.
17 bludgeoning damage. And he will swing his sword down at you. Ah, that's a natural 20.
Eesh.
Oof.
Is it though?
You can see him, yes, correct.
Sure, I can, and I didn't. And it was just my turn. I haven't used any reactions. I should probably do
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Uncritified. Plus,
Okay.
I think another reduction. in it.
Yes, it's reduced by your die, I believe, right? Does he also have to make a save to not be prone, or is that if he has advantage?
Different one, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So yeah, it's 28 reduced by...
What the hell is my thing at this point? G10? Yeah.
Yep.
Big. One.
You take 27 slashing damage, which is a lot better than 58, is what it would have been otherwise.
Is it magical?
Sorry?
Is it magical?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a creature or pure magic. Torin, you're up.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, Corner's gonna face this giant golem that's standing before him.
Yep.
Let me just check. Oh, good. So actually, Hennig is just far enough that I can try to breathe some fire on this thing. And hopefully it'll damage it because it's made of metal and should heat up a little bit. So I will use my first attack and breathe some fire on him. He'll make a DC 17 dex save.
And it will choose to fail that,
Oh.
as it will
Well
just
then.
stand there and take it.
Oh.
Not
Should
good at
roll some
ducking out the
heals.
way. And it really wants this to deal max damage.
It's going to heal it, isn't it?
It would, but you haven't hurt it yet.
Oh,
Because
Oh,
it hasn't
God.
been hurt, it can't heal.
Friggin' roll, man.
It can't be healed in its full health. But as the fire goes in, you see this crystal at the center of it sort of like heat up and it's going to infuse energy through it. If a golem could smile, this one is smiling. Thanks.
Well,
Would you like to hit
upon
it
that
instead?
realization,
I'm glad you
yeah,
didn't do it
I'm
for your second attack. That would have been quite
I'm gonna
depressing.
stab it right in the middle of the chest.
Good decision.
That might hit 28.
28 hits.
And we'll throw a big ol' smite into it. Let's go. Oh, level 3, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Which is 48. Ooh, that's not bad. For initial 21 damage. It did take 1 fire damage and all of that, so
That's fine.
45, I guess.
Yep.
Altogether.
Nice damage. Does that complete your turn, Torin? Or any bonus action out of you?
I do have a bonus action, and I think considering this thing hit me pretty damn hard, I'm gonna throw up a shield of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Gain the +2 to AC and call
Okay.
it a day.
Final legendary action. I'm sorry, Henrik, it's going to be you again. You're the only person in range. Wisdom
sir.
saving throw, please. I know, but I try and make it different each time because this is kind of harsh and it works.
20.
Okay, you succeed. Fantastic. Love that for you. Kiavo, you're up.
right. As my action, I will cast upon myself Circle of Crystals, and I shall have a bunch of crystals now orbiting me.
Yep.
I'm going to really be on stop it, please. Alright, I'll take let me just measure this out real quick. I'll jaunt across 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to here.
You will take an opportunity attack.
Fantastic, go right ahead.
Mm-hmm. 18.
That will hit, but I will also be doing a retaliation hit from Circle of Crystals, which will...
29 slashing damage.
Yep, and let me just get the retaliation damage from Circle of Crystals. 5d8, so it's going to be 29 radiant, and I gain 29 temp HP. So I'll take the damage first before applying the temp. Yeah.
Correct.
How much did you hit before? 29 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You lost 29 HP and regained with his 10 HP. That concludes your turn, Kiava?
No.
Well, hurry up then. All day.
I'm just dealing with numbers, yeah.
All
Actually,
29,
do
it's not that
damage
complicated.
myself. Right, okay, so bonus action. I will. So that was. Yeah, bonus action, I will put a fragile shield on Rosania.
Mm-hmm.
and
Can you actually see her
for
from
the
where you're
time,
standing? And does it have that range? Does it have 45 feet of range?
as far as I'm aware,
You're the one with the
it's
spell.
60 feet.
Okay, cool, great. And you can see her
As far as
from
I'm
there, can you?
aware,
Your
yeah,
character
60
can
feet,
see her?
and I
Okay,
can see her,
fantastic. Right, brilliant. Anything else on you?
or part of her. For the time being, that'll be all.
Fantastic. Okay, that brings us to our friend, the mage that is masked. You have to make a charisma save to teleport out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do so. How disgusting. Alright, second legendary resistance. Legendary resistance allows me to succeed in saving throw.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to disable him out the fight for you. But it is 2 down. And he has used Dimension Door, so that is his entire action. And he has cast a spell. So he cannot cast another spell. But Sebastian, he can see you from there. So he is going to whisper to you gently. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is it a spell?
No. This is a psionic whisper. It's happened. It's his legendary action as well, or that's what he's used his legendary action for.
Okay. That's a 13.
I'm afraid that is a fail. You will take 29 psychic damage and be stunned until the end of the Master Mage's next turn.
Well, 20. What? Sorry, say that again.
Reworded that. 29 psychic damage, and you are stunned until the end of the Master Mage's next turn.
Okay.
But don't fail that one. It's rough. Rosania, you are up.
So at the start of my turn, I'm gonna swap over to my chalice form. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to face step over here to this roof. That's
Okay.
exactly 30
How many
feet.
of those do you have left? Is that the last one?
No, that's the second one of the day. So I have.
It's by proficiency bonus or what?
Yeah, something
Great.
like
Okay,
that.
cool.
I can use it 5 times per long rest,
Okay.
and I have 3 more.
Fantastic.
So I'm in chalice form. So I did.
It doesn't
I
cost a
did
bonus
check-
action to switch your form.
No, it is at the start of my turn if I choose to do so.
Cool, great. It just says a bonus action to go into it, but you're already in it because you're in dragon form. Cool, okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Fantastic, love that.
And then I did check, but this is 30 feet, so it's a 30-foot sphere to cast Mass Cure Wounds with my Staff of Healing. I'm gonna
Okay.
use 5 charges of it,
Okay.
and you guys can all heal for drumroll, 16 points of HP.
Hey, hey.
In
And then you get a
addition,
bonus heal of the chalice.
yeah, from the chalice. Who's would
You're
I be
the
able
only
to
person
sustain?
who is you and Kiavo are the only people who are wounded, bloodied, if you like.
And
I
if
was
anything,
damaged a bit, but not like. Yeah.
you're good. Okay, we'll start with Kiavo because I am nothing if generous.
Thank you.
It's 2d8 plus 6, I believe. Am I correct?
Oh no, you're the one with
Yep.
this.
Here we go. That's my turn though.
Okay.
I'll use the rest of the turn to just sort of move down. I think I have about 10 feet of movement. I'll move to this corner here.
Our friendly mage is going to maneuver. Oh no. That's probably rubbish. Thought that was correct. Okay. Our second golem is going to walk over and smack at Bastion, who I believe is stunned. That is advantage. 32 to hit you. You'll take 23 slashing damage. And a natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Damage.
Down.
Make a death save. Okay, Panic.
All right. Well, I suppose under the circumstances, then what will I do if I don't? All right. Yeah, I'll have to. Let's just use second level for it. Well, I could get over there, can I? No, but this guy will crush me if I try to run away. He will anyway. But let's just do healing word. Bonus action that way anyhow. On downed Sebastian.
I thought he was
That
uninjured.
will be.
He just got down in one turn.
It'll be
Right.
12
On full health.
I
HP.
understand.
Your heal wouldn't have changed anything. He was full health and then he wasn't. Cool. 12 health and Sebastian. Action.
Yeah, I guess I should just cantrip something. Who? That was the golem that did that to him, but he was stunned by the mage, we think. Brain power stuff.
Sorry, what?
What's my range on the
the
rock?
stun came from the mage from the whisper into their mind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I tried to leave you out of it so we could maybe talk at the end of this. You had to bust free, and I'll just throw a rock at the mage.
I love that. Throw a rock at him.
It's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Shit.
A big 10 damage.
I will tell you, he has just expended a legendary resistance.
For a concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
Wow.
Otherwise,
I didn't know he was concentrating
you
on anything.
you didn't know he was concentrating on anything, but I have
Yeah.
to tell you when it happens, right?
Nice.
I am pissed. Cool.
God
But I guess I
damn.
better stay.
You're gonna stay there, yeah?
Yep, so.
Good. That's a nice place for you to be.
Sure.
That brings us to this dude. He's gonna turn around and ask you and Kiavo to make a con save, please. He opens his mouth and it's just like green gas just charges out at you both. Kiavo will take 24 poison damage. Headache, I think you have advantage against poison, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's just
Or the poison
being
condition.
poisoned, presumably, but not against an effect that causes poison damage, I would think, right?
Does it say advantage against being poisoned?
So I'm
Or-
looking here.
Poisoned and poisoned are different. Yeah, like
Right.
poison is the damage type. Poisoned is a condition. So like Torin is immune to the
say?
poisoned condition, but only has resistance to poison.
Where is it?
Damage.
Here. It's in my racial stuff. That'll be the full description. Advantage on saving throws against poison, and then resistance against poison damage. I think it's probably only on, like, when the knife gets you and you have to determine whether you're going to get poisoned.
No, if it says against poison with
Okay.
with no ED, then you may roll with advantage and you have resistance to the damage.
Mhm.
That's how I would roll it.
Roll it
yeah.
again.
Anything that is
Mm,
poison based.
18.
An
I
18 will
said.
succeed, so instead of taking 24, you will take 12.
Ooh.
That's including your
nice.
resistance. That's including your resistance. Right.
Okay.
It was a 48 was the base damage.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, Kiavo, you take 24. Headache, you take 12. And that is his turn. Torin, your no legendary action. Sorry, this time the legendary action is going to be different. I will ask for. No, I keep moving him. I don't mean to move him. I'm trying to measure. Oh. Okay. He's going to fly up to half his movement speed, and he is going to fly to here. Up to half his movement speed. I can't fly to there. I'll fly to there. Yeah, cool. That brings us to Torin.
Okay. Torin gonna do his best to take out this golem.
Okay.
I think it's pretty big, eh? I'm not gonna be shoving it anytime soon, likely.
You cannot shove that.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, couple of big attacks.
Mhm.
Oh, an 18.
18 will miss. Sorry, who did you bardic at the beginning of the fight?
Oh, it was me. I
Torin.
totally
Was
forgot
you?
about
Yeah.
that.
Cool. Just double checking.
D10.
Can I expand that or did I lose
Don't
it?
say I don't love you. You can expend it. Of course you can expend it.
I'll expand it. It's a D8, I think.
D10.
Right? Oh shit.
Joe went
So pow.
D10 and you went, it's a D8, right?
Oh, sorry.
That's alright. 22
Yeah.
hit. That was a nice idiosyncrasy. Oh, yeah, that's 27 minus 5. That's fine. What's the fire coming from?
The fire comes from Torin's sword. It's the last sort of like
Turn it
thing
off.
that you gave
right?
it. I don't know that I can turn it off now.
Ah, no, I know what it says. No, it say you ignite your sword and then it does, or does it just say it deals X
Let's see. You gain +1 more attack. On hit, the weapon deals 1d6 damage type dealt by the dragon's breath weapon, which is fire. So it doesn't say that I can turn it off now, unfortunately. Which is fine.
Yeah, cool. So you dealt him 22 damage and healed him 5.
Yes. Plus 19.
Well, yeah, that makes it a lot more. It's injured. That was smite, I
Nice.
assume, yeah?
Yeah, that was a smite.
Cool, okay, second hit?
Second hit. Ah, bastard.
That's not gonna...
No, not that time.
Okay.
And then we will do. Ooh, actually, does anyone look especially injured?
Sebastian is on the cusp of
looking
death.
Mostly. I know, but Sebastian's too damn far from me right now.
What
Yeah,
a
I'm not looking
shame.
too great, but Sebastian's obviously far more critical than I am.
Yeah.
It's just too far, man. So, Rosanna's not brilliantly healthy either.
Okay, so then. Look. All right, to keep Rosanna up, I'm going to say that that first smite that I did was an inspiring smite.
Okay.
And we'll give Rosanna...
Oh, yeah, you couldn't have done that to Kiana. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's... Well, is he 30 feet?
It's not that, it's that he already had temp HP.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so Rosanna will get 8 plus 14, so 22 temp HP.
Nice. 2 attacks, temp HP. Kiavo, you are up.
And then I'll sort of scream up to her if I see that Sebastian is down on that roof.
He's not downed, but he is on the cusp of death. Yep, Kiavo.
Right. I need to double check the ruling on this spell. I'm hoping this works because it just says creature, but this golem here, I would like to attempt to restrict with hold creature or hold monster.
It has no effect.
No effect.
The result of hold person or hold creature or hold monster is probably what it should say.
Hold monster.
Is paralyzed, right?
Yeah, paralyzed.
Yeah, the creature's immune to paralyzed, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. Well, that's my action then. Damn.
I should have read that book of golems I gave you last week. Just saying. It tells you they're immune to paralyzed in the book.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, well. Any
In that
bonus
case,
action
what
out
I will
of it?
do is a little bonus thing. I'll fire off one of my crystals at the flying mage.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, that's terrible.
Nice shot. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, fine. That's
Looking down at you, the masked mage will blast you with psionics. 14 to hit you, though. No, it's not a spell.
Oh, nice.
okay.
The second one
Ooh, the
is
+10, holy
a little higher.
Oh,
You got a turn here, Panic. Inside. No.
I know I have. Oh, boy.
You have?
I'm running out of bardic inspirations, but I guess I'll do it.
Okay.
You sounded so quirky. I guess I'll do it.
So, Kiavo, you will take 28 psychic damage.
Oh, Christ.
17 necrotic. Reduced by...
Now.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Roll that. I'm clicking on you. 4.
Okay, so 28 psychic, 17 necrotic, and then you can reduce it by 4.
Ouch.
I will then ask you to make a wisdom save, Kiavo, as a sonic whisper enters your mind.
That's a 17.
17 is a success. Nothing happens to you. And then he is going to ask Hennek... I need the asset. So. Because I'm not sure exactly how many of you it's going to hit. No, don't... Have I never given any of you Fireball? Oh, me. I'm such a nice guy.
Are you casting?
He's casting, yeah.
Counter spell, 3rd level.
May I roll me an in check, please?
Sure. 15.
It beats it. Lucky little shit. I was casting at 5th level. That is exactly what you needed. So Fireball is a spell. That's fine. Rosania, you are up.
I'm scared.
So the fuck am I?
You should
I'm
be.
not scared. I'm gonna use my action to cast Celestial Burst against the Masked Mage.
The
It's
cantrip.
19 to hit.
19 will
Yeah,
miss.
the cantrip. It misses.
He has literally got iron fused to him. His armor class is pretty high.
Let me will myself next time. Don't say it so quick. Well, I need to be quick. Anyways. And then I'm gonna bonus action healing word our boy Sebastian.
Okay. If you want to use your wheel on your cantrip hitting in the middle of this fight, I will let you do it after you know it missed. If that's what you want to expend it on, be my guest.
Well, what else am I gonna expend it on? Nobody else is hitting.
Saving
At least
throws?
I can try. Oh well.
Sebastian's healing is...
We all have our priorities, of
Yep.
course. And that's gonna be 4th level, so Sebastian, you're gonna be healed for 13. And now I need to sort of decide who looks the worst. Is it Sebastian. Or is it...
Sebastian.
Yeah? Okay,
100%.
so Sebastian, you're gonna get the additional chalice healing then.
Not only that, but he also has a golem standing over him.
Who
And...
doesn't? I mean,
Who doesn't? Yes, but at least this one has 4 targets.
yes.
Sebastian, never tell me that I don't help you, because it's an additional 16 HP. And then Rosa is going to traverse the very interesting roof. That's 5,
Okay.
10. Yeah, that's a good 15, because then I can come back if I need to.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay. Sorry, I have to measure. 15 foot. I ain't doing shit. Sorry, Sebastian. That ain't doing shit. But a 20 to hit you, Sebastian?
I'll shield that.
Yep, and that gives you your arcane deflectification, right?
It gives me some of it.
Oh, okay, second hit at you. That's gonna hit, I'm afraid. It's 19 slashing damage, and it's your turn. Good luck.
So I'm gonna move over here, and then I will Misty Step over here,
Okay.
and then I will throw off a Sparks at the Golem.
Okay. Can you see it from where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
21 to hit.
Yep.
17 lightning damage.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Okay. And hopefully that's now you in a position where you can do some big stuff next turn. Before her next turn, that is a legendary action from El Lichificator. The Masked Mage, he is going to ask creatures in 30 feet of him. Oh, that is a cone. Well, just you two, please. Kiara and Hennek, a con save, please.
I'm probably going down here.
24.
Okay. Cavo?
15.
Okay. Nothing happens to either of you. That brings us to Hennek.
Interesting. I really want to
15
be
was the
shattering
DC.
some inorganic golems, but I think I'm going to try. Oh, this guy's he's hovering, right? He's flying.
He is hovering, yes.
How high above stuff is he? I guess he's above
Oh,
the
he's
building.
like just he's hovering like 3 inches off the ground at all times.
Oh, but he's on a building, so he's 3 inches off the roof.
Yeah.
But the roof is probably steep.
Give me an idea of what you're asking.
Well, I was just like, I could start up eye bite and try to get him with that, but if you put him to sleep and he falls to the ground, he'll wake back up. So I'm just gonna try to hold person him because that's much lower level.
Okay, you are also aware
He
that
is
he
a
does
person.
seem to be hovering naturally.
Oh, like so he might just stay there.
He
Okay.
will probably just hover in the air. You think? Yes.
Nevertheless, I think I'm better off in this case going with the using the second level slot on something. So I will try hold person as he is a person. Seems to be a person anyway.
Is he a person? Yes.
That seems an appropriate moment for him to use counterspell.
Okay,
Afraid? Any bonus action out of you?
fair enough. I don't think so. No.
Sorry, I was just trying to mark it off as used. I didn't mean to ping it to chat. But you all know what counterspell does. That's what it does. That brings us to this guy, who is going to fail that and swing his sword once at Torin. 29 to hit you, Torin.
God damn this.
Well, that's a big number. 23 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And a further 21 to hit you.
Oh, about 200.
21 misses, right?
21 misses. 21
Well, it might miss. Make a concentration save for your bit of faith from the first hit, right?
Oh, right.
Hmm.
16.
Oh, okay, it's your turn.
Well, I didn't like that very much. Gonna whack him right back.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah. So that's a nat 20.
Nice. Roll me your regular damage and anything else that you're putting into it. And then
We're
we
gonna
will
do
dangerous
crit
critics.
damage.
Yep. Well, no, regular damage, then we auto
Oh
crit
shit!
thing, yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Well, let me re-roll that
Okay.
damage then.
Okay. You can reroll this. That's all.
Two.
Fantastic. 13, 15. 15 damage into him. Okay.
And then I will pump a smite into that. The smites get critted, right? Or
Yeah,
is
so
that
just
not
roll me a
critted?
regular smite, and then we're going to add the max at the
And
end.
we're just gonna add the yeah.
No, so you can
only
smite
have
whatever
one
level you
more
want.
third level one, and so
He
I
is
will do
wounded.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is that?
Back to you.
It does not come out. There it is. 21 plus the max, which is 32, I think.
Okay, plus 32 plus the max of your sword, which is another 8, plus the max radiant on your sword, which is another 8.
Correct.
Plus
Minus-
the critted
minus-
5 healing, 6 healing, sorry,
Yeah,
is irrelevant
healing, yeah.
because you can't heal when you are dead.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah. As you just sort of, you got really angry at that hit that came out. You just plunge it directly through the ruby crystal. The ruby crystal shatters, and you see like his entire crystal structure, his iron structure, just fracture out into plates that fall upon the ground. As you stand victorious over your enemy, you have a second attack, I believe. What are you doing?
I do.
That's
I
you're
do.
probably
This
not
thing is
teleporting up.
floating in the middle of the air. Yeah, I was gonna say.
This guy he's only 2 inches above the ground, so if you were standing on the building, you'd be able to hit him quite easily.
How tall is the building?
About it's building sized. I don't know, 20 feet. How big is a 2-story building?
Oh,
It's got a ground floor and a second floor, and then a little cobbled roof on it. It's probably about 20 feet, I think.
Yeah, 20 foot's
probably.
reasonable to assume. About that.
Okay, well then I cannot reach it unfortunately with a breath attack,
Sorry.
or him.
Mhm.
But I am gonna sort of get up in his business.
Yep.
5,
So you
10,
should.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'll stand here. No, I'll stand here.
Okay, fantastic. That concludes your turn.
And I think I can probably do something. I did one attack. The only things I can do are another attack or a breath attack. I think I do have this bonus action. Okay. It's level 1. We'll try it. I'm going to cast Compel Duel.
Are you sure you wish to stop concentrating on your
Oh shit, I'm concentrating on that, aren't I?
Shield of Fate? I think Compel
Yeah.
Duel is concentration.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Okay. You can if you wish, but...
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it for-
I know, right? I want to concentrate on the spell that makes them attack me to potentially lose my concentration.
you
Kiabo,
attack me.
You're up.
I really, really mean it.
So for my bonus action, I would like to drink one of my superior healing potions.
Cool.
That will heal me for 29.
Lovely.
Just knock one of them down. And for my action, he blew his legendary resistances,
He's
and
gone
he
three.
cancelled that last one.
Yes.
So I will chance it on the wand. Use my last 2 charges on the wand to see if it breaks. It doesn't. I will be casting Hold Person on the Master Mage from the wand.
Wisdom saving throw?
That will be, yes. He fails.
He will choose to succeed,
the
and you
nat
know that he
one.
has no more legendary resistance left.
Okay. Right. I
it
need
was
to
already
get
out.
myself in a position
No,
where I'm...
he's based on the Lich stat block, which gives 4, and you can see this because I haven't changed the word Lich.
I'll shift myself over here to spread out a little bit more, and that'll be me.
Okay. That brings us to our lovely friend, the mage that is masked. And the first blast is once again going straight at Kiabo. That's an app 1.
Nice.
Okay.
He threw him off.
Constitution saving
He's
throw
rustled.
from all 3 of you, please. Oh, sorry, that's not correct. That's not correct. Wrong skill. He needs to move closer.
Okay.
Way closer. He will. And right there. Constitution saving throw from just you 2, please.
Okay.
Shit.
On the screen, the stupid thing is like literally tilted between a 2 and an 18, but I guess it counted the 2.
Sorry, what was the
11
rolls? 11 and
19.
Okay,
And
nothing
whatever
happens
bonus
to
I get from
Torin. Nothing
Tar.
happens
Four-
to Torin.
four.
Hennick, you will...
15
Yeah,
to
that's
10.
fine. Hennick, you'll take 13 necrotic damage, though he does seem to suck life from you and gain that
Sure.
as healing. Oh! I've just damaged him. Okay. Then his second blast is going to go at Hennick. But a 15, I think, will miss you.
I will use something, one of the things, because 15 is my AC, but I've
Oh,
got
is it?
several
Oh,
things.
I can use a reaction to throw out a spectral dragon wing protect.
If you prefer.
Panic from that. Yeah, your reactions are a little more.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he sort of casts his hands downwards, and you see flames wreathe him from feet to head as he wraps himself in a cloak of fire. That is his turn. Rosania, you are up.
Can I use a 5th level spell slot to summon a draconic spirit?
Why not? I mean, I don't know. Can you? Is that something your character can do?
Yeah.
Then you can do it.
God
And
damn.
What is this?
I brought it up.
What's the exact name of the spell, please?
Summon draconic spirit.
He pinged it in the world.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
I
brought
can't
this
read
up a
that
few
right now.
sessions ago.
Just. Sorry, I can't scroll through loads of text and listen. What the fuck is this thing? Not exist. Ah, gotcha.
Oh, you can pick a gem dragon.
That character.
That's badass.
Sonic Spirit, yeah? Sorry, summoned. Bruno and the Bruno. And save and those. Double click and summon Spirit. Okay, there you go. You have control of that thing. Put it where you want to do with it what you wish.
So, are we inclined in any way to think that this creature is resistant to psychic damage?
I need more specification on this creature.
The masked mage.
You haven't tried to hurt him with it yet. He does seem to be throwing psionic powers into people's minds, though, so...
True.
Cool.
Other
So,
options. Force, radiant.
Yeah, you could choose, like... You know that he
Basically fucking anything.
took... some... What did you hit him with, Joe?
Me?
Yeah, it
A
was
rock.
magical bludgeoning. Right, okay. Never mind. Good luck finding a dragon that does bludgeoning damage with its breath. I can't give you any guidance on that.
so I'm just gonna do radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't
let's
seem
just
like
say,
he's a celestial.
Yeah, let's just say it's like a crystal, like gold shimmering dragon
Okay.
covered in plants and all that shit. 2. Your spell attack modifier. Oh, your spell attack modifier to hit. Lovely. So it's d20 plus 10. So it rolls twice to
Sorry,
hit.
are you doing anything else on your own turn first? Or it gets its turn?
I can't.
'Cause it goes after you.
I can't, I'm afraid.
Okay.
'Cause I have
No bonus action? Okay, cool, great. Okay.
I'll move, I guess.
Yep. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. It's its turn. What's it doing?
Yeah, it's gonna attack the mass mage.
Okay.
It's 10. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
So for the first one, it's gonna be 46 plus 4 plus the spells level, which is 5.
Why is it 4d6?
Hmm?
Why is it a 4d6?
Oh no, it's 2d6.
It fucking isn't. It's 1d6.
No, it's a critical
Oh,
hit.
he's using the breath attack, I think.
If you are making an attack roll, Bruno, I need you to roll a 1d6 out of 4 and the spell's level.
Pardon?
If you are rolling the attack, the rend attack, you need to roll a d6, just a single d6. Add 4 plus the spell's level, which I believe is 5, so add a 9, and then you add 6 because you crit. I don't understand the confusion, right? It's
Is he not
so,
using the breath
just-
attack?
So I
breath
rolled
attack?
no, I'm using a rend. I rolled a critical
Oh,
hit.
I see.
And so because it's critical, it's 2d6
No,
plus 4 plus
no,
5.
no.
Oh no, we're doing it.
So this is what I'm explaining, is that in Beldania since day 1,
Oh,
you roll the base
critical
damage and we
rolls.
add 6, right? So I'm saying that you roll a d6 and you're going to add 4 plus 5 plus 6, which is 9 plus 6, which is 15, so that is
There you go.
great. It's 17 damage. Love that. Fantastic. Would you like to take a
Sorry,
second
I
attack?
completely forgot we do special critical
That's okay.
rolls.
17
Second
magical
attack.
piercing damage. It seems to go through completely as if he has no resistances whatsoever.
Lovely. The second attack is just a 15 to hit, so I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
15 more miss.
And then I'm gonna burn his head. I'll do this carefully, not to attack the rest of my party. I need a dexterity saving throw from the masked mage. It's a
And
DC
it uses
18.
cool. That's really cool. Crazy. You get both. Dexterity save.
Yeah, 18 DC.
He rolls 18.
Ah!
Oh, you fucker.
It'll take
I'm
half of
gutted.
36, yeah? Damage?
Yeah. Okay, that's 4 radiant. That's not too bad.
Okay, second good turn.
Yes.
Legendary
you.
action, he
First
will
time I
whisper
ever
at
cast
you.
a spell.
Asking you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. What was that?
Can you even see me?
If he can't see you, then you couldn't have done any of the things you've done. Because you need to be able to see him, right?
It's a nat 20 anyways, but I was kind of hoping that I could like hide behind the wall and let the dragon do his thing. But either way,
yeah, no, you are correct. The dragon needs to be able to see it, not you. Okay, that's fine. I will
I don't mind, I'll
say
take
that
it,
it's
I'll
you
tank it.
because you've already rolled a nat 20.
yeah, I'll tank it.
Sebastian, you're up.
I'm gonna use one of my magic points to twin spell a chromatic orb.
Damage
So
type.
this one, it'll be ice,
Okay.
cold damage.
Sebastian, you are very educated in magic. You would know that a fire shield will grant him resistance to cold damage. You want to choose a different damage type.
Oh, sure. For him, I'll choose.
If you twin spell, you must choose the same damage type for both,
Oh.
I believe. Want to choose like thunder? You know that that's a construct.
Sure. There's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
The construct.
23 will hit. Construct the iron golem. Yep. Is it actually vulnerable to thunder? It just has disadvantage on saving throws against thunderous effects. Cool. 8.
Okay.
One lucky
That's
roll.
8 damage. And then the one at the mass mage is a 17 to hit.
17 miss.
That's my turn.
Have a potion to drink or anything? Very low.
No.
Hennick, you're up.
What did Rooftop Golem guy do recently at all?
Nothing. It's his turn next.
Okay, that's what it is. I was trying to figure out if where he was gonna go and such. All right. I just don't think I can effectively fight you for now. So, assuming we will have to deal with it eventually. Anyway, I will. 4th level shatter the golem.
Okay.
Placed up high so as not to damage the house any more than I have to. So that's going to be con save at disadvantage from him, assuming he's non-organic.
He is indeed very non-organic. It's 15.
15 is a fail. It's 23
Nice.
thundering damage.
Any bonus action from you?
I think... No.
Okay. Legendary action. He will ask 2 of you to make a con save, please. Yeah, just the 2 of you. I don't know if this affects the dragon spirit thing.
And the dragon is like a being on its own, so I will have to roll for it.
Yep. Okay. Give me a
Oh,
con save for that
no.
as well.
Yeah.
Hennick, you succeed.
It's a nat 1.
Torin, your maximum hit points is lowered by 9.
Lower max by 9. Done.
Brings us to the golem, who's going to keep down here. Smash at Kiabo. Ah! Oh, a 29 to hit.
Yeah, I can't do shit about that.
Didn't think you could. 21 slashing damage.
Sure.
Doesn't a thing happen?
Oh, yes, I deal the 4d8. That's going to be 20 radiant. I'm going
Okay.
20 ton.
Nice. Second swing at you. 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Lose your 10 HP. It's
And
another
you
21.
Yep, and he'll take another 16 radiant damage.
Torin, you're up.
Will that affect that I just rolled for? Will that make me lose concentration? Do I need to roll a con save?
Doesn't do any damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, only
Figured.
weirdly enough,
Interesting.
I think it only deals you damage if you have full health. Right?
Okay.
By technicality, your current HP shouldn't have changed. Only a max.
Do I get the feeling that I can try to shove this guy prone from his floaty perch 2 inches above the ground?
You can shove him. He'll definitely move. You're unsure as to how he will move. He's about the same height as you, so you can try. See what happens.
They do have a bonus action shove.
It would cost you anything to use, right?
It doesn't really. And I don't have any bonus actions that are super useful at the moment. And
Your
so
athletics
I
check.
will attempt to shove him.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Garbage.
Garbage, but better than 11. He
Nice.
is knocked back, and he falls like on his back, but hovers slightly above the ground. He is prone, but not touching the floor.
Ah. And so basically, as Torn is sort of leaning into him with the shield, trying to like knock him on his ass, he'll look him in the eye and say, "You think I fear fire?" And then I will get right over him and plunge the fang into him best I can. I believe I get advantage on this if he is
You do.
considered prone.
100%.
22.
I should have thought about this. Why? But it was thematic to him. A 22 will hit. It deals you amount of fire damage that you ignore.
Nice.
I can just hit full 22. It's fine.
22 plus. I'm gonna pop a smite into that actually.
I should hope so. This
We're
is the
gonna
boss.
do. We're gonna do. I'm gonna advantage on the next attack, so we'll do a level. We'll do the final level 3 smite.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that is possibly one of
Oh no!
that's probably the worst.
I think that's the
smite
worst it could
roll-
have been.
damage roll that I. Anyway,
1, 2, 2, 1. Oh.
and then I will take my second attack.
So you should. Advantage again, obviously.
Yes, 24.
Okay.
Oof. And this will be the level 5 smite.
Nice.
Sorry, level 4
Oh,
smite.
level 4, yeah.
Level
5
4
d8.
smite. That's a bit better, I think.
That is a bit better. As he takes this sort of smack, rocks back on his heels.
And that's it for Torin.
Fire shield down.
Nice.
Kiavo.
Right. So his fire shield's down. Okay.
is.
But he is prone though.
He's prone.
Correct.
Right. I will run myself, if I just mark it out, the direction I'm going. To there. So, if you opportunity, then you opportunity.
28.
28 to hit, okay. Yep.
28 damage.
Okay, and I will roll the 48.
Are you not
that you'll
concentrating on
take
anything?
into consideration. No, I'm not concentrating on anything. That will be 22 radiant damage.
Okay.
And I'll gain 22 temp.
Okay.
What I will do now is bonus action. I will fire one of my shots at this guy.
Okay.
That will be. Let me just get to the spell real quick. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, that's not hitting. So you said he's prone, right?
He is prone, yes, still.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I just gotta move my character so I can change the indicator on this. There. Thanks, there. I will be dropping a 4th level spell. I will be casting. Oh, it actually did that rather than sending to chat. I'm casting Black Tentacles.
Where?
Let me get the asset. I will drop it right on here.
Okay.
So that's bonus action. That's me for now. Black
That's his
Tentacles
turn.
and trigger on his turn, I guess.
Yep, give me the cold damage.
Bludgeoning, you mean? Magical bludgeoning?
Doesn't he take cold damage and then have to make a save against the bludgeoning?
No. When a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must make a dex saving throw or
Sorry,
take...
I'm looking at Hunger for Dark. Yeah, okay. That's a 10.
Right, he fails. So the magical bludgeoning he takes is 8, and he's restrained.
Yes, we'll give him disadvantage, I guess, on his attacks against Hennick first. 12 to hit. Then,
No.
Torrent. Definitely won't. Okay. And then he will fire a cone at you. Damn, that's a circle, not a cone. I go far enough that it's 90 feet.
Oof.
And I hit all 3 of you. No. Torin and Chiavo, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Will do. Damn you, Chiavo. You couldn't stand a fucking... a spot closer to me. 17.
Okay, both of those are a fail. You will take 36 cold damage. Janelle, stop typing and start dying, please.
I'm not dying.
Why not? Oh, you had 10.
Wait, was that cold damage?
Was.
Then I have to take guide resistance to that, so that would be 18.
Hey.
Fuck.
Just make me a
My-
wisdom save instead. Make me a wisdom save now. Because you're probably down anyway. Unless you succeeded.
Okay, no, 13.
Okay, you take an additional 19 psychic damage and you are stunned until the end of its next turn.
So how much was the cold damage again? That I took
It's in
originally?
chat. Scroll up, look at it. Half is working out.
36
Not-
minus... Or 36 divided by 2.
Oh fuck, I didn't do that.
36 was the base damage, yeah, and then 19 psychic damage. Hennick, a wisdom saving throw, please.
Alright, 9 HP. Stunned.
20.
That's a success. Rosanna, you're up.
So I'm gonna move 5, 20. No.
520, love that.
Don't know how to count. And I'm gonna face step 30 feet over here
Okay.
on top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And yeah, okay. Now that I'm on top of the roof, I'm going to use my staff of healing again. Now that I can reach everyone, to cast Mask Cure Wounds.
spell.
Can he counter? Can he see me?
Can you see him?
I just thought that like I'm on top of the roof, and I thought that he was on street level.
If he can't see you, then you can't see Torin and Hennick. Is the logic, right?
That is so rude. So that was my action.
I've been really nice.
What
I've
a
counterspelled different
shame.
person every round.
What a shame. I'm gonna bonus action Healing Word.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't use my action to
Yeah,
cast a
that's fine.
spell, I suppose.
No, that's not how that works. I see what
That's
you
not
mean.
how that works.
No, you still because you still lose a spell slot when you get counterspelled, so you still expend the spell.
Okay.
And also, you've already used your bonus action to face step, so you can't use your bonus action twice in a turn.
That is so true, bestie. I can't believe I forgot about that. Let's
Does
do
that conclude
Dragon's
your
turn.
turn? Let's go to the
Well, I
dragon.
still have like
yeah,
50
let's
feet
go
of
to the dragon.
movement, and I'm gonna use them to move away because
Okay.
Rosanna is not here for this business.
Hmm.
Come on, Miss Dragon. An 11. Oh, a 27.
27 hits. The 1d6 plus 4 plus 5.
Whoa! And that's
Nice.
13 damage.
That's
and I
good,
need a
he's wounded.
dexterity saving throw.
Do you?
Yes, please.
What are you on that for?
Because he's gonna use his dragon's breath.
Oh, no, I don't know about that. Yeah, go ahead. He can't make a dex save, he's
Roar.
restrained.
Yes, 6 damage, 6 radiant damage. Die, silly man.
Oh, does that conclude your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Fantastic. Con save, please, from Hennick and Torin.
Mm-hmm.
Different one this time. You've done it once, but yeah. Torin, you take 21 necrotic damage. And the mage sucks your... I've healed him. I've damaged him even. He sucks your life force out and into himself to try and survive. Sebastian, you're up. The Master Mage is wounded. The Golem is fairly unfazed. The Master Mage is currently restrained. He dropped his fire shield. What you got for us? Something exciting?
How wounded?
Wounded.
Below
half health.
Sure. I'm gonna cast a tidal wave that starts here and goes this way.
Oh, elegant. Is that a strength save or a dex save? Strength
It's
save.
a dex
Oh
save.
shit! Fucking bollocks.
Oh, he has disadvantage, doesn't he?
Sorry, was it a dex save or a strength save?
Dex.
I may have accidentally clicked on my bookmark and tabbed off of the encounter tracker. 16.
Oh, no.
Fail.
Damage.
And the golem?
Give me the damage first, please.
8.
Is he not prone?
If he
happens?
fails, yes.
Wow, that's an 18, a dex save from this dude.
That's my DC.
It's alright, he was immune to prone anyway. No, he's not. Well, not. He's not immune to prone. So
He still takes half damage.
4 damage of the bludgeoning kind, correct?
Yep.
Any bonus action out of you, Sebastian?
That's me.
Panic, you're up.
Alright. So the Mass Mage is now in the tentacles, but also prone?
Correct.
Is that what happened?
Yes. He never actually
And
got
I'm
up
not-
anyway, so he's like lying on his back, hovering off the ground, wrapped in a tentacle, restrained and prone. He's having a great day.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not gonna let me pull the big guy, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I see where you're going with that. No.
Yeah, why, right. I mean, if I have a push-pull ability, I want to try to
Yeah, of
pull him
course,
into
but
an area.
yeah,
But,
that creature is so heavy.
Alright, I will just fight him. I'll just shatter him. Let's see, what do I got
Can you hit both of them with that?
I don't know. That's why I was considering shoving the Mass Mage over, but that would also maybe break his restrainedness, or it
Can
might
hit
be
both.
impossible if he is restrained. Alright.
Yeah, that just hits both, like, straight up.
Well, then I shall do it at 5th level.
Nice. I make it upon
Con
save the Master Mage,
saves.
the natural 1, and the
And the other one is a
disadvantage
disadvantage.
Constitution saving throw is not a dex throw, is the answer to that. But an 8 on the die was never helping him anyway, neither was a 3. So yeah,
Nice.
both are fails. Go ahead and give me the...
Comes through. Did it come
Did I make a
through?
dex save for the Master Mage as well? It did. Wow, but it was in that one, so it didn't matter. No, I
Why
didn't
did
see the
it
damage.
not?
There it is, 24 thunder.
Oh, okay. Yes, 24 thunder.
Okay, the Golem is wounded.
Alright. And I think
Master
with
Mage is
nobody
severely
to
wounded.
shove and a limited Bardics left, I am no bonus action again.
Okay.
Oh no, nobody's down, right?
No.
Oh, Kiava's down.
Cavo's
No,
stunned,
I'm
not
not down.
No,
okay,
not yet.
yeah, so no, my healing's not good enough to be worth it while you're still up. So
Okay.
go for it.
You also, yeah, can't healing word in the same turn as you shadow.
Oh yeah.
A long walk. Fucking, why is it out of it? Is this corporeal? He can't walk through it, right? This draconic spirit. Do we know?
Good
Hello?
question.
Bruno? Is the draconic spirit like physical? Can you
I
walk through
thought-
it?
When I saw the arrow, I thought you meant the house.
No. Is the draconic spirit corporeal? Can he walk through it?
No.
Okay, cool.
That
We'll
is
hit it.
one corporeal house.
His house is corporeal. Okay, to hit the dragon, that is a 17.
AC is 14 plus 5, so 19.
Nice. Okay, and the next one is worse. Thorin, you're up.
Okay. So the mage is still prone or just restrained?
He's
or
prone
what's
and
happening?
restrained, normal things.
Oh, well,
Like
I
a
have
real bad day.
advantage basically, no matter what.
You have advantage on your advantage, yes.
Very
Double
nice.
response.
Double advantage. Well, with a 29, I believe I should hit him.
Yep, you will definitely hit him.
And I'm just gonna blow whatever resources I have left into it.
Will really help us when we run over to the gaping hole that is everybody we care about.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an 18 on the smite. And then we will.
Spreading counters. That's wounds right now. Healed, we super help. Never mind, 29 sitting either way. Can you do it?
Oh, abysmal. Oh, that's a 1 though on my slashing damage, so I'm going to use my savage attacker. And
Could be the
hopefully
difference.
turn that 1 into an 8. Oh, fuck me.
Wow.
1 into a 2.
But I do still have a smite though. I do still have a smite. And so I take that. Oh, fuck.
All right.
Oh,
He's
no.
getting another turn. Go him.
God.
Good job, Thorin.
So it comes to his turn, right?
No, it's yours and then him.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you have to.
get no turn.
You have to
Um,
do
Yeah, I
it.
get no turn.
gets no turn.
Oh,
Stunned.
you're stunned.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
now,
Hold on.
You don't have any
Oh, yeah,
tentacles
the
up.
tentacles.
What do you want about?
You didn't break concentration on it,
You're
did it?
stunned.
Oh, does that automatically insta break? Oh, okay, never mind. It breaks
Yeah.
concentration. Right. Okay.
Oh, get him out of there then.
Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind.
Holding on.
Hold on. I can eke some of the damage out of this.
Take some
he
damage out of
got?
what?
So as a bonus action, I could have made one of the. No, I can't. Can I?
You
Fuck.
can't
never
throw the
mind.
baby.
Oh, wait a minute. No. So as a bonus action, I could have casted Searing Smite before I even took.
What did you?
Yeah, but you didn't. And its concentration, it would have ended just stand there and die. He will stand
gotta
up
take it.
and he will fire his Bionic Blast. One at Yavo. No, rubbish. One at Thorin, sorry. And one at Hennick.
Okay.
But those are not hitting. That is pretty pathetic. Then he is going to ask you both for a Constitution saving throw, please. Whoop. As he tries to hit himself. Oh, that's a big roll.
Again.
Thanks, Torin! You will take 26 necrotic damage, which he will heal for. And then he gets to cast a spell. Yes. Dex save, please, from Hennick, Torin, and Yabba.
Wait, is he casting a spell now?
You are still stunned.
Wait, it was. Oh wait, it didn't. Wait. My
You are
turn's over.
still.
Isn't it?
Yeah, your turn's over. His turn isn't.
Oh, it's at the end of his. Oh, right,
It
okay.
is.
Wow,
I do think I am so confident about casting this spell. Cool. That house is blown up as well. So this is a. No, it can be a 96. Right? Take 36
This
fire
might,
damage.
Oh, I don't take any damage.
Yeah, you don't take no.
Oh,
Rude.
fuck.
The
That would
best-
have killed me.
The best
Or
thing
not
about
killed
it is he could have
Down.
healed the golem if the golem was in it. I was really trying to get that combo off in this whole fight,
me.
fireballing the golem to heal it.
He'd have to drop it on himself, though.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't feel that. And he is going to waltz away, giving an opportunity attack to all three of you, if you wish.
Oh,
No,
yes.
the Draconic Spirit doesn't get an opportunity attack. With that, so it is Torin and Hennick,
Why not?
because it's not a individual thinking creature. It's part of it's under your control.
Can I use my reaction then?
You need to give it directives on your turn as a verbal command,
Yes,
which means that it is not a self-thinking creature. But a 25 will hit it.
I'm gonna try, guys.
Go on. Would you like to know how much health damage you need to do?
No.
Okay.
I like
it's more than
spend.
that.
I still have a smite, though.
Yeah, that's why I said it now, because I know you're smiting.
Which. Yeah.
Well, I guess I could whack him with my lesser staff of the woodlands. I have to have that
Yeah.
in hand to be doing all this stuff.
Yeah, you can hit him with a stick. Whoa, that is not how that works. You just need to.
Wow.
You just need to roll me a strength
Just
check
literally
plus your
clicked on the
proficiency
plus
modifier, right?
something. There's literally a +7 button, and I clicked it.
Oh, okay, just roll the +7.
Nice.
11
I
smite.
It's
No.
30 damage from Torn.
Okay.
Is this not?
You can just roll a d20 and roll 20 if you want to. No, it doesn't work. None of the staffs work like that. I don't know why.
Well, that's weird. Okay.
The 13 to hit
yeah.
or above.
God damn it! Where's my dice? D20. Roll that. It's an 18.
Nice. Yeah, 25 will hit.
25.
Is that a 1d4 minus your strength modifier?
It says, and I
Oh, it
think
should
I
be more
understand
than that
why.
for a staff.
1d6 plus 1. So because it's a +2 like thingy or something,
Cool.
but I'm
Yeah,
not sure
1d6
that really
plus 1. That's great. Love that.
applies. So again, it's not clickable. So let's roll that.
That's so weird.
4. So either 3 or 5 damage. I don't care which way you rule that.
Either way is not going to.
Okay.
Oh,
I
this
will do the
fucker.
5. You have brought him to his knees with damage. He's used his spell, he's used his plus, he's used his life drain.
Oh my goodness.
Can I polymorph him into a hamster?
No. Just
You probably give
blast
him
him.
more.
Yeah,
You will
more
increase his
HP.
hit points by doing so.
Yeah.
And he does have ways of regaining hit points in between player turns. You do know that.
Right.
Can he do that if he's a hamster? Because he would be under a hamster stat blocks, right? Would I know that before committing this atrocity?
You don't think it is a good idea to waste any time.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It might be even fat.
Not
harder
only
to
that,
catch
but
as a
if you were going to
hamster.
polymorph something into a hamster, you probably should have gone for this guy about 8 turns ago.
I'll 9th level lightning bolt him.
Okay, cool.
Because we've all been trained to never attack hamsters because they could be our friends.
Yeah, cool. That succeeds. Please describe his grisly demise.
So she's going to deal 51 damage.
Oh my.
I am going to
As
also
she-
assume that she is going to move over here and not lightning bolt half the house. Brilliant.
I don't know, she's feeling frisky today.
that's
She's gonna raise her wand of lightning bolt and she's gonna say, "This isn't just for me. This isn't just for my party members or even for this city. This is for every person that has crossed your path and has had to fear the might of your blade. That is now nothing but ashes." And then I'll cast lightning bolt. And after I'm done, I'm just say, is it just me that's smelling the burnt?
As the lightning crackles through him, you see the metal plates fall to the ground one by one that were fused into him. Beneath that, you see Court Mage Felon, I think is his name. No, wrong one.
Fel-
Felon.
that's him.
Yeah.
Felon the
It's not.
Felon.
It's not Felon.
Alan Felon, I don't know. I
It's
don't know which
him!
campaign
Yeah,
we're
it's
in.
Felon.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I have
Felon,
3 Court
Felon,
Mages.
Felon.
Thank you. You see the Court Mage Felon sort of standing there with a look of horror on his face. Devastated at his own demise. And his eyes glint a sort of evil red at you as he falls to the ground. The metal plates sort of off to the side. The golem sort of winds down and shuts down completely as there is no more magic powering it. Congratulations. You've leveled up. And we will take a short break.
Whoa.
You weren't kidding about going faster through the levels.
Jesus Christ.
Hello and welcome back to the second half of Beldania. We have downed the Mars Mage, and upon him is a spellbook containing, but not limited to, Detect Magic, Identify Mage, Armor, Magic Missile, Detect Thoughts, Mirror Image, Misty Step, Hunger of a Dark, Counterspell, Fly, Lightning Bolt, Fireball, Dispel, Magic Banishment, Fire Shield, Stone Skin, Dimension Door, Arcane Icon of Cold, Scrying Wall of Force, Globe of Invulnerability, Teleport, Plane Shift, Delayed Blast, Fireball, Finger of Death, Maze, Mind Blank, Telepathy, Foresight, and Psychic Screen. Joe, you asked what the hell was he concentrating on? I believe it was Foresight. That he was concentrating on, I think. I can't remember now. Is Foresight the one that has concentration on? I'm pretty sure it's...
Keeps giving you like advantage and stuff, I think, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
No, that one's not the concentration spell. He had that already. he was concentrating on. I can't remember what it was, but it was important at the time. It might have been Mind Blank or something, I don't know. I'm sure it was useful. Regardless, those are the spells. It is a spell book, so unlike a scroll, if either one or both of you want it, you just have to spend the gold. So, yeah, each wizard take what you want and spend the gold on it as and when. I don't think you're going to need to cast any of those spells this session, though, so we will leave that for the break. But he did also have a rather exciting staff on him. I'm just going to ping it like this. I'm sure somebody would be able to identify it. This is a long line of text. It is called a Corrupted Balefire staff. The thing worth mentioning, though, however, is this staff is cursed. Once you decide at the start of the day, you roll a d20 on a nat 1. You gain +1 to your spellcasting attribute at the cost of a further maximum hit point lost. While you are attuned to this staff, you have 20 less maximum hit points. Cannot be reduced by any means. Each day when you roll the d20, if you roll a 1, you gain a +1 to your spellcasting attribute, but at the cost of a further 10 maximum hit point loss. It affects stacks and can keep increasing your spellcasting attribute beyond 20. However, if the hit point reduction reduces your maximum hit points to 0, you are destroyed! Your soul is placed in the staff. That's all. It does a whole bunch of other things. You get like a really cool Eldritch Blast ability. You can hit people with melee attacks and do an extra 1d6 necrotic. You can get False Life, Wither and Bloom, Ray of Sickness, Life Transference, Inflict Wounds, Vampiric Touch, and Blight from the staff. And if you die without the staff destroying you, while attuned to it, your soul enters the staff. As long as your soul is in the staff, you can telepathically communicate with any creature holding it. And if somebody has both the remains of your body and their staff, they can resurrect you using just a Raise Dead spell. Cool. Really long story. Long story short, it's a super evil artifact that's super, super powerful. If somebody wants it, they can have it. But for now, just carry the stick along because the story must proceed.
Very well.
We'll either argue over it or ignore it, depending on what you think is thematic later on.
When Jamal summoned those tentacles, did it damage the house?
Yes,
Or
definitely.
the people inside it?
Well, the house was already pretty ruined because it got fireballed 3 times.
Sure.
But yes, there's huge dents in this house. This one has tentacles through it and fire and all sorts going on. A dragon sat on this one. This area of the city has had a pretty bad day. Not to mention there's a tree through this house, which is Hennick's fault in the past. You're in a particularly nice area of town. The residents of this area are nowhere to be seen.
Okay. Onwards to the Velvet Glove then.
Not our problem anymore.
Rush onwards to the Velvet Glove. You find it smoky. The entire building is destroyed. Absolutely leveled. And you see 3 people standing outside trying to get there. Looking very put out. One of them is that monk that you saw before, Crane. Pretty sure it's... And there was... oh, come on, where's the list? Rihanna, who is the halfling female. She appears to be sort of like... She's got flame marks all the way down one side of her robes. She looks like she's had a really bad day, basically. And the third person standing at the front is somebody you don't recognize. They appear to be well armored. That is.
Did you say the building was on fire?
It's a smouldering block of ruins. There's a few rocks on the ground with fire in them. There are ashes, but the building has been absolutely leveled.
What the fuck?
I guess we'll head on over to the people.
Yeah, I mean, you're standing in front of them, right? You've just arrived.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they pay you almost no attention. They're like seeing their own wounds. They're crying. like totally distracted, you know.
I'll
Well, sorry, go
Oh.
ahead.
What's Sebastian?
I'll use my druid magic initiative to healing word one of the peoples.
Just feeling her side sort of get up a little bit. Rihanna looks up and
That's 5.
oh, almost her max HP. Looks
Max
up
health, max healing.
Thank you. The others, they went through a tree. Understand it.
Who did this?
Sorry, DM question. Through the tree or the rubble?
No, yeah, the destruction. I know it was
The Master Mage.
okay.
And to stop. But most of us were unconscious. The wine poisoned.
That sounds like the Whistler's doing. So there may still be, even though we've handled the mage, there may still be danger about. Who got out, do you know?
Duke. Dragonborn friend.
Good.
One other.
Dustin.
Wish I knew their
Justin.
names. No. Jalissa. The other female halfling.
Mm.
They were the ones that didn't. Your druid friend.
I don't know if there's any chance anybody's underneath all this, but start digging for Justin if we can. I'm going to try to find out where they've
Give me
gone.
a perception check or investigation check. Depending on whether you're looking or whether you're digging.
I'm at most looking while I then try to message Geo. Oh, but I do have Lion's Eye Patch advantage. At 2028 on perception.
Yeah, it isn't long before you catch sight of a piece of his cloak that you recognize. Justin is crushed and burnt to timber. Sebastian, give me an investigation check. What you find is not potentially what you were looking for, but instead you see the very handsome elf. Oh, I wish I knew their names off the top of my head. I'm sorry, this really takes away from the moment. Where is this fucker? I think he was Gavros. I don't know. I've got like 1,500 names on there. But if you remember, he was very, very handsome. He was very well-to-do elf who was... yeah, and he does appear to still be breathing, though he is crushed by a large rock across his chest.
Yeah, so I'm using a 5th level spell slot to cast telekinesis.
Okay.
So I'm like lifting all the like rubble and rocks off.
As you
and
do
everything.
so, Torin, you are able to help and drag out 3 bodies of people who are breathing. One
Nice.
is him. The other 2 appear to be servants. They have survived.
I'm gonna lay on hands them for
Right.
3
Yeah.
or 4
Right. Enough.
HP
Yeah,
each
you
or
give them
something.
enough.
Yeah, enough.
And the
Like as I pull them out, like as I touch their hands and pull them out, I'll be healing them at the same time.
as you pull out the elf sort of coughs out to you, Sebastian. She took them home. She said you'd know what that meant.
I believe I do.
I will tell you, Lieutenant, if you do try and cast sending, yeah, it sort of bounces back as if
Okay.
you're setting on a rock.
I can't get through to her.
So Sebastian is guessing Sandringham because he didn't go to the Elven lands with everyone else, right?
You came out of her home. But she said she's taking them home. You would know what that meant.
Yes, I'd guess Sandringham.
I'm worried that's almost too obvious. And not so far off. If
Reminder,
anyone
you've got
follows
like
them there.
900 ways of checking.
Yeah.
Sending not being one of them.
I would like to sending to the mushroom farmer in town and see if he's seen anybody turn up recently. No. I would assume they're being secretive, so I wouldn't try that nonsense.
Yeah, one thing that is worth mentioning. Do you remember the pot plant that you used, Rosania, when you dropped in here before, when you put your head out and grabbed Sebastian?
Yeah.
It is perfectly preserved, untouched, unburnt, in the corner. You can only guess that that is how Gia got out.
Of course, my touch is miraculous. I'm not surprised. I'm going to approach that.
Not sure it had anything to do with you, but sure.
Well, I touched it before her.
Well, she used it to get them out and preserved it. And what are you going to do with the tree?
Well, guys, we've done this before, haven't we? We know how the game rolls. We know how the plant grows. Where do we want to go? And I'll point at the tree.
Shouldn't we make sure that the people here are taken care of first?
Yeah, if those who got out are safe, I'm not sure we want to go anywhere.
I just feel like there won't be any people here without the Duke alive and well. In the long term, at least.
As you're saying this, hurrying over is a gentleman some of you recognize. Chiavo, Rosania, and Hennick. You recognize the head priest of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Sorry, I came as fast as I could. Yeah, child. And he leans down and sort of restores one of them to full. Temple will shelter you. You need.
With my knowledge of the Whistler's backstory and everything, would you say that I'm familiar with him?
Much as anyone is.
I'll take that. I'd like to cast Sending to the Whistler.
Ah, see what you mean. Okay.
I mean, I'm expecting him to like talk back in some kind of riddle or, nonsensical message. But I would like to just very simply ask him where he is or where are you on your way to?
Sorry, you phrased that question with
I'm
three
asking
different
both
pronouns.
questions. Yeah.
Can you say
asking-
everything as if you're speaking to him?
Sure. Where are you going? And where are you? Wait.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? There's a reason I'm confused.
Okay, I'll just say, where are you now and where are you going? I was very nice to him, if you remembers. I convinced everyone not to kill him.
Says, get out of my mind, get out of my mind. I'm exactly where I need to be and I'm not going anywhere.
I'll cast Sending again. Where do you need to be?
Exactly where I am.
And where... Damn it, I'll do it again.
At least he didn't blow too many third level spell slots counter spelling the Mass Mage.
Oh no, this is up leveling.
Cool, love that. Just up leveling, sending add 5 words or something, or just that's the same thing. Okay, cool.
No,
love that. Yeah, you blow your spell slots having a chat with an insane guy.
Wait, but what did he last say?
You asked him where is he now, and he said exactly where he needs to be, and you said where do you need to be, and he replied exactly where I am now.
Okay, then in my last attempt, I will say, you don't have to keep going down this path. You don't have to follow the twins.
You done?
Yeah.
I'm going exactly where I want to be, which is nowhere, because I'm exactly where I need to be. I don't need to go down a path.
I'll
What
stop
you getting?
sending. I'm assuming he's not on his way to sending him to finish the job. But that's fine. Into the shrubbery?
Since I previously met him, would it be possible for me to scry him using my ball?
You want to scry the whistler?
Yeah, I want to see if I can see
Okay.
where he is, where he's
Yep.
going.
Is there any inaccuracy to scrying, or is it just like, I mean, a thing? Just ping it. I don't want to know what. Yeah, please.
I can't. I can send you the. I can send you
I
the
mean, you
description of
can't
the item, but I can't
mean, you
ping the
can't ping
spell
it.
because it doesn't actually have a spell added to my spell
Oh,
list.
Google it.
Yeah.
Scrying on the spell level.
There's a save.
Save on the suggestion.
So that's what I got for the spell.
There's a wisdom save to even see if it works from the modifier based on how well you know them and stuff.
Yeah, cool. As you look down the crystal ball and you cast your spell, you see the whistler in what appears to be a basement of some sort, a dark area. Cobbled stones, wooden benches, and lots of different sort of alchemical equipment on the table. And he is drinking from a certain potion that it looks like he's just made. And as he reaches his hands out to take the drink, you note that there is sort of like black inkiness in his veins. With your knowledge of alchemy, Chiaro, you know he's drinking an antidote to whatever poison is inside him. And he is sort of whistling away to himself and occasionally muttering, I have my brain in my mind. Hearing voices again. It's ridiculous. I don't like it anymore. After all the good things I've done today, such good work. My, how they bled and they screamed as they burnt. My mind, get out of my mind, idiot. I don't want to hear the voices anymore. Keeps on going and going as he's drinking up this potion. And then he sort of slapped something on the table and he, it looks to be human flesh or skin of some sort, and he stretches it out. He starts to inscribe little runes upon it, how they died and how they bled. I've to watch their tears of black as they run down their face. Get out of my mind! Stop talking to me. I had enough of that. And he carries on.
Does the place where he is look at all familiar, or is it a completely unfamiliar
You haven't
little
got a
place?
clue. You haven't got a clue. It is a basement.
Got it.
It'll be the basement
Right.
of anything or anywhere.
Right, but it doesn't look like as if it's a familiar sort of basement.
There is no
Perfect.
light coming in whatsoever. That is about the only thing I can tell you. You know that underground buildings are quite difficult to make in this day and age. You don't get many of them, so it is likely that it is a decently sized building. But if you remember, even the mushroom farmer in Sandringham had somewhat of a cellar, even if it was hand dug out.
Right.
Yeah, no, you haven't got a clue where he is.
Right. Okay. Well, that'll be that for the time being.
Okay.
Crazy bastard.
I would like to grab the priest.
Yeah.
I don't know if they call them father. I'm not sure how it would say.
No, he's
his
just
titles.
he's just got a name.
Priest guy.
Brother?
Yep. Torgeros.
brother.
Right, Torgaris.
Priest Torgeros. Name and title.
Good sir, do you have any ability? Are you able to do anything for those that have passed? Not just those who are injured.
You wish to return somebody from the dead? Or just speak to them?
This man over here, no. Yeah, he may be crucial to the future of the city. And I just wondered.
Those abilities are just fables.
Not if I decide I'd rather take that spell than one of my.
Yeah, but do remember that you are
no.
vastly more powerful than anyone else.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There
That's what I
is-
was asking,
yeah.
right? Find out. what is-
So he's heard that, but in his opinion, I mean, he actually, screw it, we'll go back into roleplay. And he will say, I have heard that sometimes the gods might change the fate of one who's passed, but if he still lies dead, then that is the store that God has in fate for him. So sorry. The world will turn without him. We will recover and be blessed for having known him. That is Councillor Justin, isn't it?
Indeed.
A wise man and a good man. He would have been a great steer to us in this time. I will do what I can for the living. I believe your journey is elsewhere. I
Help
do have
who
something
you
that
can
might
here, and
aid you, though your injuries are beyond my ability to tend right now. And he will hand you one of his 2 satchels that he's carrying that are very heavy, that contain 5 potions of supreme healing.
whoa.
Wow.
Supreme, superior, I don't know. It's the top level one.
Superior, probably.
I think supreme is one above superior, but I could be
Oh,
wrong.
really?
It's whichever
I'm
one
gonna
is the
call it
highest.
Best, and then I'll
Biggest.
look it up.
It's more a case of if you're going to follow through that bush and you're not sure if there are going to be enemies there. Some of you are so low that if you arrive, you
sure.
might just die.
Well, we can
So-
do some other healing there too.
Yeah.
But I will just tell him, I just wanted to say, like, do as much as you can for the folk here, and if your secrets have not already been destroyed in this fire, then I will certainly do what I can to let them know that you no longer need to be pressured by the folk here at the Velvet Glove.
Agreement was always based on mistakes that I'd made in the past. But goodly man does accept those mistakes. If my secrets only compromised myself, then they would never have been something I could be held beholden to. Be beheld beholden to? Wow. That I could be beholden to is what I was looking for there. Secrets that they kept about me would affect others. And those, I'm afraid, will die with those that know the secret. With those that the secret protects.
Well, then, simply thank you for your aid.
You're a good force for this city. I'd like to believe that you view all worthy of living. Should you return to Norvalan after your journey, I would perhaps appreciate your aid with something. And perhaps yours too. And he turns to Rosanna.
I'm certainly willing to listen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? I don't know. Okay, he is waiting for me to speak. That's why I
No.
start.
He's not waiting for you to speak.
Oh.
He asked you if you would help when you get back. You can say yes, say no, or say nothing. Oh.
There was never a question, but of course. You needn't thank me. I don't do this to hear that.
See your thoughts when you return. So if you remember, this is the guy you had a rather intense confrontation with. That's the word I was looking for, not dense.
Yeah, he didn't seem very helpful at all at the time, is basically.
He wasn't very helpful at the time. He really didn't believe in what you were doing and didn't believe in helping you in that situation. He still doesn't, for what it's worth.
Right.
But he believed that the cause of his secrets were more important. He's now perhaps asking you to help with said secrets. But you've got more important pressing things to do right now. So
Yeah.
go see if the Duke's doing.
Indeed.
Or don't.
Let's go. We have business to attend to. I have no time to explain myself to unfaithful people. The guy who doesn't believe in us.
Who doesn't believe in you?
The guy you just described.
He didn't believe in your cause back then. When you
He
were
said he
going
doesn't
up the
believe it
town.
anyway. You mentioned that he
He
still
still
doesn't.
doesn't believe in what you did to this town. He doesn't believe in the Mirage Arcane. He doesn't like what you did to the city. He didn't want to aid you in it. That's where it's at.
Makes sense.
He's probably not the only person who believes that either, who is still of goodly will. Anyway,
Sure.
be on your way. If you need to drink supreme healing potions, then please feel
Yeah,
free.
should
but-
we sort out who's doing What with the healing here?
There's one
I
each.
need
If
a
you need it,
healing.
drink it.
Yeah, I'll drink it. It's
Yeah,
a
I'll drink
supreme
mine as
one?
well.
It's whichever one
Yeah.
is higher. I don't know. I can't.
10d4 plus 20. Supreme is the
Oof.
highest. 10d4 plus 20.
Thank you.
Wow.
D&D Beyond doesn't give me the option to like browse items unless I'm on a character
yeah.
sheet, so
Right.
it's really not very easy to. Yeah.
Oh,
can't
I
have-
had one in my inventory. Well, I'm gonna drink this one.
Sebastian, you've opted to drink a Raider,
Yeah, it's the one that I've got in my bag.
as opposed to the Supreme.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna fight again.
No, you don't.
Wow, Cavo. What are the odds?
Pretty slim, actually. Okay. What's the plan? Tree striding? You have
Is
the spell
anybody
slot,
still
mate.
wrecked? Did that not help anybody enough to be?
I'm gonna
able
drink.
to-
I had a second. I had one actually on me, so I'm gonna drink that as well.
I think I'll also drink a greater
Yikes.
because
'Cause I
I
could
am.
do like a little cure woundsing or something.
That would also be appreciated, but I will still drink a greater.
Okay, so you need both of those things then.
You're
Yeah,
missing
I
like
got it.
95 hit points.
Right.
Are we able to take a short rest or?
Yeah, if you want to
Is
wait an
that
hour
enough?
to see if the juke's okay.
Well, let's
I'm gonna
get
lay
to
on
that.
hands for 14 and top myself up.
I'm just putting that there so it's there at the end. Don't have to.
All right, Kiava, you still want some more here?
Would be greatly appreciated, thank you.
Let's low roll. Unfortunately, 12 more with a third level.
Does the negative -9 to my to my max HP still
It's still present.
persisting? Still present? Okay. Lay on hands doesn't cure that, does it?
No.
Neutralize poison, cure disease. No.
No,
that's
no,
not
it doesn't
gonna
affect it.
I mean,
I have a lesser restoration, I think.
if we delay merely 10
No, I don't.
minutes,
I use all my spell slots.
I can give everybody 20 temp with Inspiring Leader.
Do we?
I should just
I mean,
bolt through the door and see what's happening.
Yeah,
I think we should just
I'll be
go. We
fine,
don't
man.
know that
I
we're either
fly.
gonna fight in Sandringham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This could all be, wasted potions of great healing.
But where are you going?
Home.
Should we take Justin's body?
Oh.
I
If there's
Right.
nobody around who looks like they
How
could
long?
put him
How
anywhere,
long has he
protect
been?
him.
How long has he been out? I mean, I technically have Revivify, but that's like a
Oh, you
sort of
do.
like an in combat thing. Like if he had been,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Probably been dead some
I
minutes at
imagined.
least.
Yeah, exactly.
if the mage blew it up.
Sorry,
then
sorry. Can I
change
just have a
where we
moment
were.
to...
Sorry. Yeah.
He blew it up while you were talking to the Lagon twins. From there, you ran 3,000 feet, which isn't all that far, and had a fight in the middle. So how quickly can you make 3,000 feet? And for 5 rounds ago, you were in combat for just over a minute.
We're
So
then
I think
it's
it's
that's
already
like-
only a minute anyway.
It's only
it's a
a minute,
minute, not
yeah.
10. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
No, he,
No,
more
no,
than
it's
that.
only a minute.
It's
only a minute.
somewhere between 2 and 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. It's more of like an in combat thing. If someone
No,
dies,
no, I know,
like,
but I was just double checking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, if there's nobody,
You're more than
like
welcome to
these,
bring Sebastian.
right? These people we
You can-
saw weren't
yeah.
anybody who has other
Sebastian's body. I'm
facilities.
so sorry. You're more than welcome to bring Justin's body. Sebastian can bring his own body. He's perfectly alive. Where are you going?
We're going
Real
home.
question.
I suppose we're going to San Diego.
Where did Gia go?
Home.
She said, I'm taking them home. You will tell them I'm taking them home. They will know what that means, is what she said to
Right.
the
yeah,
guy
yeah.
who was nearly dead.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I missed a bit there. It was
Okay.
specifically.
So
home,
specifically,
right.
Rosania, where are you taking these people?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Where am I taking these people? Welcome to Rosania Express. I mean, we're going home.
Okay, that is so fucking vague. Give me a location and a specific location within it, right? Even if you're going to Sandringham, are you going to as close as you can get to Torrance House, or are you going as far outside the town as you can so you can approach it from a distance? Are you trying to arrive in the Mushroom Dude's cellar? It's up to you, right? It's not up to me. So let me
I
know
was
where you're
kind of
going.
hoping you would not ask that question.
Speaking of mushroom dudes, I don't know if
How many trees has
Mike
Rosania
was
touched?
along with us.
No.
She's been touching everything and she's been
You
moving.
you left Mike in Sandringham, didn't you?
Oh, I thought he
With the
was.
cart? No.
I didn't
And
think
Torrance house
so.
certainly has house plants, even though
I
they may
just-
be sort of on the brink of death.
It has to be like a big plan, but before I sort of decide my direction, I want to gather a consensus. Because I'm a bit torn. When she says home, does she mean Sandringham home or does she mean her own home?
Just a
I
side note.
can't remember
Can
what
we
we know
can we
about-
deal with Mike first? Did we leave Mike in Sandringham or the stables here, or the
I
Gilded
thought
Goblet?
that I kind of thought he was at the Gilded Goblet.
Great. Do you want to send him a line and tell him to turn up,
Right,
or
that's what I was
do you want to leave him in
asking.
relative safety and deal with everything else first?
He can protect himself.
The Gilded Goblet is not far. It is a 2-minute run from Mushroom.
Right.
If you want him,
if
he
I
will
can
come.
just run and talk to him.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Look, he wants to come along.
Okay.
Mike with Hennick. Be nosy.
Just stay out of the way if you can.
Mike is always in the way, but I'll do my best.
I disagree, but anyhow, thank you.
So the group of you are
You can
taking
carry
Tree Express to where? Veralia or Sandringham? In all fairness, you wouldn't even know where in Veralia her home is directly. Yeah.
And we can't, we don't think there was a way she was going, back into, wouldn't she think of her home as the fucking other dimension or whatever? We're inside the book dimension or whatever?
Underground or whatever.
In the
She's-
underground.
That's where
Where
she
they've
grew
been
up.
trapped for a billion years or
Mhm.
whatever.
Oh yeah, I guess her like book prison.
Yeah. Well, not the book prison. The book, she was never imprisoned in the book. She put herself in the book so she could travel out
Sorry.
of there.
To get
You
out.
do know,
right,
however,
right, right.
that if she went back, she would have to go back in the book to get out again.
Yeah.
And
I think
not
she
to
would,
mention,
right.
you won't be able to teleport there anyway.
Okay, that's what I thought. It sounded like it could potentially be a safe place to hide, but if it's that hard to get in and out, we assume that's not what she did. So, Sandringham.
Okay. Where in Sandringham? I think Rosanna likes touching trees as she walks past them, so it's likely that you have one outside of town, one near Torrance house, one on Hennick's old land.
I'm gonna go somewhere that sort of holds a sentimental value to Rosania, and it's gonna be give me a second. Let me get you the name.
Nothing in Sandringham. What is?
It's gonna be Thomas Rixon's backyard, where Hennick introduced her to the mushroom farmer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. What time? What depressing. Nevertheless, yeah. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? This music's finished. I'm going to put us in a picture. I'll play the thing. Not ending, we're not ending. I promise we're not ending. As you arrive at backyard, Birmingham seems a little quiet at this time of day. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening. You can vaguely hear the sounds of bustle and hustle coming out of the inn, center of town. And not far from you are 2 men sat at the river's edge fishing. Nobody else seems to be about.
I'm gonna head home.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You don't want to wait to find out where the Duke is?
Yeah, I was
The
gonna
pie,
say
the pie can let me know. Not everyone needs to go with them.
I'm gonna grab Sebastian by the scruff of his collar
And do what?
and sort of just say, Sebastian, perhaps you could accompany us this one time and visit your mummy and daddy after.
Let go with me.
I will.
I'll walk away. And then as I walk away, I'll message him and I'll just say, just because I'm cat size doesn't mean that you can just grab me.
I'll yell out to him, I'd grab any of these people. They're my family.
I flip him off as I walk away.
Are you seriously walking away?
I think we will let that happen at that point. I think Torin is... I don't want to make it more than it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Do we know who these guys are?
the two guys fishing by the river? No.
Yeah.
Yes, one of them. One of them is the leather worker, named Tanner. The other is a man you don't recognize. But you do know that Starting has had a fairly big influx of people after the...
Yeah, right. Ho there.
Master Hennick.
Have you, has anyone shown up to town, just in the last little while?
This morning,
an elf we've been through with before, and...
Elf, no. We had a dwarf this morning. They were selling very strange wares. Metal-based shoes. Anyone would want those? I have no idea.
Yeah, I've been around a bit and I still don't get it. Thank you, folks. Obviously,
problem. Are you
nothing,
seeking someone specific? Elf, you said?
Indeed, but they're likely to have come surreptitiously, and we just wanted to check and make sure that was the case. We don't know where they'll have gone, but maybe if people noticed.
I don't trust anybody who goes anywhere surreptitiously. Good luck.
Thank you. Folks, I don't think there's... obviously, they come in secret if they're here, so we're going to have to figure out where they might be and hunt around.
Those of you with good perception will hear as you leave. Scare the damn fish away. That's about it.
I have good perception. I will skip a rock across the river to deliberately annoy the fish.
So you hear from him. Cool. You're at Thomas Rexon's backyard.
Where did we go with Gia while she was here? She tends to wander around and just check things out, doesn't she?
You went to the edge of the river edge where you met Yadra and all that stuff happened, and you stayed at Torrens' house for an extended amount of time. What is with me replacing words with words that don't make sense? Yeah. I think she was in Sandring and she maybe Hennisland, but
we may not want to go straight home after you've told Sebastian not to go straight home, but Torin, maybe we should check your place.
I think
And
that's
if they're not there, we can always work some magic and try to track them down.
agreed.
As you approach Torrens' estate, you see that the entire house has ivy grown up it thickly, heavily. There's two large trees sort of guarding right in front of the doorway, and ivy covers the windows. The entire place is sort of overtaken by growth and plants. It is so thick that you can't just walk in. You would have to really either hack down the stuff or find a magical way of entry.
I have message.
Okay.
If I assume that Gia might be in there. But I don't know if I know that she's in there. You have to know they're in there to go through solid objects.
Well, either way, as you point your finger out, you note that the vines sort of wriggle a little bit, as if deflecting that away or preventing it from happening.
Even that, okay.
You would assume that you recognize it to be the same effect that happened when you tried descending her. That does tell you that she is in there.
Right. Well, just to give a good, hard look around to make sure there's no reason we shouldn't be noisy and calling out, I suppose.
Okay.
We don't see anyone
take a good hard look
dangerous.
around, and the only person you see is somebody wandering back, looking slightly worse for wear, from the local tavern. Nobody's right.
I think we may be all right, Hennick.
Gia, are you inside? It's Hennick and the rest. We're alone. No trouble.
There's a hesitation, and then after a while, Yorkrath's voice calls out, "Torrin! If you're out there, what's the name of my son?"
It's Rogar, old man.
They're all right. And after a moment, the lines sort of move out the way. And the door is left available to you to come in.
In we go.
Yorkrath is stood like with his rapier pointing at the doorway. As soon as you come in, he sort of quivers for a moment, and then he puts it down and just jumps, like runs at Torin almost to like hug him desperately.
I will embrace him.
She needs help.
Who?
He just gestures, and Gia is like knelt on the ground next to the Duke. The Duke is unconscious, and he has like black liquid running through his veins. Looks at him.
Begins.
We'll keep him like this. Better know us.
Damn it.
Losing him. This man is important to you. Important to others.
He is.
It may be too powerful for this, but try one of these, and I'll give one of those manufacturer potions of health that does say it will cure a disease or poison.
Poison that runs through his veins, but magic it's
All right.
beyond my healing arts. Not. And then looks to perhaps not beyond arcane arts.
In that case, I'm hoping I can make this work. This may be more of a curse than what I can do, but I will try to attempt to focus in on the magic of whatever is coursing through him and attempt an 8th level dispel magic.
You do so. The sort of the black starts writhing, as if it's fighting back. He's got his eyes closed, just jaws slack, and as his whole body goes rigid, and his chest lifts up off the ground, black sort of comes out of his veins, and his eyes open wide, and they're just inky black, and it just blasts out of his eye. After that effect is over, there are no eyes in his sockets at all. Gia sort of reaches out to Rosania, like to grab her hand. Heart has stopped. But weirdly enough, I think it's Tori that has.
I do have.
So, not Rosania. Although maybe you both do, I don't know. But he is technically
But
dead.
So we have components, though.
Somebody definitely has that diamond. I think it's Rosania. I think it was purchased.
Yeah,
specifically
someone's
for that
got the
purpose.
diamond.
Probably Sebastian. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
But it was definitely purchased for this purpose. I know that. I said it was 100 gold, not 1,000. Not the spell slot.
I'm gonna see if I can harness divine power. Bonus action touch or hold symbol to prayer. No higher than level 3.
Sick.
Oh, that level 15 probably made that actually happen.
Right.
So I can get back the slot, and if we have the diamond, I will attempt to commune with Great Bahamut.
What do you say?
Bahamut, please. This man is right and just. He deserves life. And I'll place the diamond on the Duke's chest and place my hand over it.
Do the time. Tanya, you will know that Gia has nothing left to give, but any healing you now put into him will restore him to full hit point. Do you have any healing left? Thank you.
I think after the eyes pop, she's sort of gonna gasp, like, that's a bit awful. I'm gonna pick up his eyes, and
There are no eyes to pick up. There is nothing. There was just a black explosion.
Well, I was hoping to be able to keep his eyes, but if I can't, then I'll just give him some new ones. I'll cast 7th level regenerate,
Okay.
which
Can
does
you ping
regrow his eyes
can you-
back.
yeah, can you ping regenerate? Because I just want to know whether it does something else.
There we go. Oh my god.
I can also dump the rest of my lay on hands into the Duke after we.
Right, and I've got cure wounds as well.
I have 61.
Get your eyes back, sir.
But you don't have the eyes to.
It's not about that. I'm really sorry, but the target's severed body members, fingers, legs, tails are not eyes.
Eyes not.
They are
count as
not
severed.
severed members. No, no.
And we also don't have. You guys also don't have the eyes to.
If you have the severed part
Oh,
of the stump, it
back.
happens. I mean, it literally says stump and limb, right? I'm sorry, but an eye is not a limb, a stump, or a severed body member. We can do
Can
some
he see the
Googling.
future?
That's fine. I won't cast that then. Yeah. Sucks.
Let's have a look. Rules as written, no. That's just the straight answer. And I am
That's
going to
cool.
follow the rules as written.
Rosanna's
yeah,
like,
that's fine.
sucks to be you.
I won't really cast anything else then.
Oh, hold on. There's a reference to the Dungeon Master side here.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Page 272 of DMG, I think.
But that doesn't mean anything to me. I know what section it is, because it just says please refer to the Dungeon Guide for more information. Really not very helpful.
What page? 273.
Search. You search the Dungeon Master's Guide in D&D Beyond. Is that not a possible? No, you can't literally search it.
I have it open here.
Yeah, but do we have a section as opposed to like? Now, do you have a section as opposed to a page number?
I have a page number. Oh, never mind. It's not here. 273. You said?
No, actually, no. I don't think that one's actually relevant. I did see something on from a Reddit post referencing to page 272 on DMG, but I guess it's not relevant to this one.
That's poisons and diseases.
Lingering injuries.
Lingering injuries, yeah.
Oh, where is that?
Oh, injuries. Yeah, 272.
Yeah, lingering injuries.
I don't have
Lose an
page
eye.
numbers. I don't
No, I
have
know,
page
it's-
numbers. I need information.
Magic such
Chapter
as
9.
magic such as the regenerate spell can restore the lost eye.
Ooh, where's that?
Yeah, where is this?
On page 272 of the DMG, if you have, I have a PDF.
I don't
So
have
it
I
pages.
can
no,
I can take
so
a
it
screenshot
is-
for you.
It is chapter.
Chapter 9. Chapter 9 under injuries,
Posted
which
a
is
screenshot of it in
at
Beldania.
action
Got it,
options.
thank you. Got it, thank you. Chapter 9.
Yeah. Sorry.
Combat options would be the next header.
Correct. Sorry, yeah, adventure options would be.
So what
the
I will
thing.
say, how long does regenerate last? 8 hours, is that correct? 1 hour. Yeah. As you cast this spell, the Duke sort of Did I die? I died.
That should
Maybe a little.
Nothing of the sorts.
Blackness. Where's blackness? And as you look into the eye sockets, the tiniest of beginnings of the root of the eye starting to grow. Take the full duration of the hour.
Of course. So is he under the blindness condition?
He is not only blind, but he's
Currently.
telling you, I see blackness, only blackness.
Give it
Can I
some
cast
time,
Greater
Duke.
Restoration. Would that help?
No, I think he
Okay.
needs the eyes.
Also, yeah, just let it happen. Okay, it doesn't need to be instant.
Fast food cleric.
He stabbed me.
Felon.
Oh,
Or
no. Alan, the little man with the strange mask. He stabbed me.
Whistler.
Sly.
So so painful, like fire inside me. And then, like a dream, this elf came. Her hands were cool to the touch. Her voice was soft and gentle. She was reassuring as she guided me. Yeah, she was sort of, okay, I'm still here. He's swearing, by the gods, man. But it was a dream. Oh, so much pain. And then he just falls asleep. Promptly. Yorkrath, you see, has a large gash on his side, but on the side of his arm, but he's like, no poison got me. I chased the little rat out. He jumped to the window. I thought it best not to follow, and then this elf came, grabbed my arm, and we walked into a tree. Beginning to think it's been a strange day. Wish I had have left this morning. Good to see you, Tara.
Nonsense, Yorkrath. I'm glad you're all right.
She left a halfling in your bed, I'm afraid.
Halfling. Ah, yes. Jalissa.
Yes, Jalissa is in your bed. She attempts to recover, I think. I'm not sure I will. I need rest. Lots of rest. I'm not in this damnable house. I need earth. She just walks out the front door. no more comments gone. She walks out the front door and she just lies in the grass. And that is where we will end. I'm really sorry, Sebastian. I know it's do you think that we could do it in 5 or 6 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
okay, then we will just briefly summarize what happened with Sebastian. You rushed home, or just went home to not be with them, or what? Tell us.
Well,
what was
I
the
just
purpose?
don't think that Sebastian just didn't think that we needed everyone to necessarily be there.
True.
So,
I thought kind of.
yeah, so he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so he'd gone home to see his mum and dad. He would have double checked that
the smell of meat sort of greets you from the kitchen. Oh, sorry, go on. Double check that they.
I can't remember what item I gave them the last time I was here, but I gave them an item that had like a couple of spells on it. And we agreed that I could teach them the non-attacking ones, so they could use it.
It was a
case of,
defense mechanism. I can't remember
again.
what the item was called, but I do remember it existing. It might
Sure.
have been
so I would have checked to see if they still knew how to use that.
Yeah.
And then in the back garden, I would have used a meta magic sorcery point to cast Fabricate without the verbal component, so that I could make them a wooden bench and talk to them at the same time.
Oh.
And that was all I really wanted to do.
They'll notice that obviously you're still wounded. Exclaim over your injuries and be the worried parents that worried parents are. But yeah, you settle in home. Maybe everybody needs a bit of home after that. That is where we will end. We will come to the timeless tradition of MVP. I shall start where I finished, and I believe that was actually with Josh.
My MVP was probably the Duke's eyes exploding. Very cool.
I'm a little disappointed at the regenerator. I did have it sort of in lore that if he survived, he'd be blind. I think it would have made some interesting story points, but I'll work around it.
Sure. I thought that was very cool. And I'm kind of intrigued to see what is happening with the elves, because we've kind of taken this on, what's happening with the city and everything. Meanwhile, as far as we're concerned, no one's really doing anything to stop the elves. So I wonder if that's has consequences down the line. Will it be harder for us to do things?
There is one person out there combating the elves, but he's only one person, and that is Gia's brother.
Well, we do think this is connected now, right? Because we think that they sent that fox or whatever it was to the city, so they're at least involved in some level.
Yep.
Sure.
I went in a weird order, didn't I? Jamal next, I think.
Well, I'm gonna have to go for if there's any left, anything at the end, I'll take an extra. But I'm gonna have to go with finally being able to have 8th level spell slots and being able to use my very first one, dispelling something.
Yeah, I mean,
level.
if I was
Dispel
feeling
magic.
like a real dick, I would have turned around and said, "You don't actually get your spell slots when you level up until you take a long rest," which is true, but such is life.
It
But
would have been a
yes.
7th level if not.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
so it
guess
would
as
be
much, which is
one.
why I just didn't think it was worth being pernickety about, but I did think it was quite funny
Fair.
that you use something that doesn't exist. But yes, you did need to use 6th level or above, so but you would have made a check otherwise. So, yeah. Bruno.
So I really enjoyed the session overall. I enjoyed the rooftops in combat. It was fun.
I
Even
noticed.
if at first I really like that kind of stuff. That was probably one of my favorite parts, is playing around and interacting. And also casting Summon Draconic Spirit for the first time ever. That was really fun.
That's a cool spell.
Yeah.
Joe.
One bit is just I'm a Zelda guy since forever, so like to me, anytime you walk into a room and the portcullis slam shut behind you, that's important to me. Like, out now, what puzzle? Where do I have to walk in the room to open the door back up?
Oh,
again?
I
Or
see.
have to
Okay.
beat all the
Yeah,
enemies.
that's
It's just
something I
like
know.
every single time you go in a room, door shuts behind you. So I always enjoy that. But really, the true what MVP really means in terms of like if it were a sport, the MVP here was my dice rolls and wisdom saves. I only have a +3 wisdom, and I kept getting like 20 and then higher on
The
those.
DC
and it was
17.
all dice.
And like double
all
stuns
dice.
around could be really vicious. I mean, we saw
Oh, yeah.
as soon as Sebastian got stunned, out of the fight, right? Like, I mean, he was just knocked down straight away. It is a dangerous situation, right? And it's also the only way in which I get to play a caster and be effective as a DM. Because otherwise you're just standing going, I'm going to counterspell, I'm going to counterspell, I'm going to counterspell, I'm going to use my 4th level slots and my 5th level slots and my 6th level slots to counterspell as well, because I don't want you to play the game. And yet if I counterspell somebody, it's like, fuck you, I want to be my character. You know, like, just saying, sometimes it's annoying. Rico.
Oh yeah.
Similarly to Bruno, I really liked today's combat. I thought it was really interesting, and sort of like I like the thematic idea of Rosania and like Sebastian sort of like flittering around the tops of the roofs while like we were on the ground duking it out with the wizard or the mage, sorry. But I think my MVP has got to be finally being able to cast Revivify and it being helpful to the plot.
It was so weird as well, because at the time I was like, I don't think Rosania's got this prepped. Like, I really don't think Rosania's got it prepped. I don't know if you have, Bruno. You didn't, no. And I was like, shit, like, I just didn't ever think that Rosania wouldn't have it prepped. So now I've got to this point and I'm like, they just lost the Duke, like, that's fine. And I was like, wait, Torin asked about this earlier.
Just so we're
For
clear, I
Justin.
could never have it prepped. I'm not a cleric or a paladin.
Oh, of course you're not. Yeah, okay, right, that answers that question, doesn't it? No, you can reincarnate instead. Been really awkward. Forget being blind, you're now a halfling. Do you know what I mean?
Duke, we promise.
Yeah, exactly, right? But yeah, no.
On the druid list.
No, it's specifically on dreams, I think. It just depending on which
Wildfire
website.
Druid?
Oh, it's just in the
Wildfire.
new. It's in the new optional. So like.
Yeah, it's the additional spells. Or if you're a wildfire druid.
Yeah, wildfire is the one I was thinking of. But yeah, good. I'm glad it came in useful. I've still no idea where those diamonds are, but someone has them. There were 3, and I remember saying they were worth. I don't know if it was 10 gold pieces when they should be 100, or 100 when they should be 1,000 or something. But I said that because it's divided by 10, it's probably 30 actually instead of 300 is more likely. Yeah, I remember saying like they are specifically worth 10%, but they will still be effective in combat. In fact, do you know what? I know exactly where you got them from. They were from the what do you call it? The Dragon Horde, right?
Yes.
On top of the on top of the mountain.
Well, I guess Torin marked that you have 2 more of them now. I guess.
Sure.
If you're gonna be the one that.
I'll be the Revivify guy, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of loot there, and I can't find that page at all. Anyway, yeah, it was there that they happened. Cool. Yeah, a couple of minor NVPs. I really liked the fire breath on the golem. That was great fun. I'm glad you did it while
Yeah.
at full health.
yeah.
And also discovering that you can't turn your fire damage off, so you had to heal him for 5 every time you hit him, which is just vaguely amusing.
Magic.
Yeah, we had a brief conversation downstairs, so this is a weird MVP, but Josh and I had a brief conversation downstairs. He's like, I really wanted to Finger of Death the Mad Mage. I was like, I'm really glad you didn't. He was immune to necrotic damage. So there was that. And I really liked Joe's reluctance to inspire. I could guess I should inspire someone. And somebody else's reluctance, I think it was Joe as well, reluctance to negate the crit that would have knocked someone down or something. I think it was Chiavo. But yeah, that was just your reluctance to be helpful. It was very amusing. But my overall MVP was a sort of combat dynamics of the different players and like where you stood and where you felt safe and what sort of constituted priorities, right? Because the fight was obviously very dangerous, but at the same time there were different places where you could be where different dangers were more apparent than others. And really seeing the difference of like Kiabo trying to make sure that wherever he was, he could see the masked mage, right? And was within 60 feet. Sebastian trying to make sure he was just as far away as possible. Rosania trying to be in range to mass cure wounds people. And obviously Torian trying to be in melee range. But then also Hedek kind of working out, am I safer if I step away or if I'm still in range of Torian's aura? It was a really interesting move to see you trying to work out. I love it when combat makes you think. It is, as I said, really, really hard to play a caster as a boss. Because A, counterspell exists. But also, like, there's such a differentiation though between spells. Because I can either, like, cast a fireball, and it sounds dangerous at 7th level, but it's not even like a quarter of your HP, and it doesn't do anything to Torin. Or I can cast something that just, like Feeble Mind, for example, it just gives you no fun and no gameplay options. So it's a really difficult balance to seek out, and I tried to address that with like the Psychic Whispers and stuff like that. But it was really nice to see a combat that made you think that was dangerous, that didn't kill you off. I did strike Power Word Kill off the spell list when I created the boss. I'll just leave that one out, because that's really... The problem with Power Word Kill in that situation is I've got to choose who to use it on.
Right.
That feels awful. But yeah, I really enjoyed the session. I hope you guys did too, but that is where we're going to
I have
end.
one more quick one.
Go on, spit it out, hurry up.
Bruno, you finally get your story arc finished. The Masked Mage is dead.
He is.
I also enjoyed the fact that I could deal the killing blow.
But was it really him?
I know, but it felt kind of good anyway.
Was it really him? Or is there another one of him somewhere?
Alright, I'll feel bad then.
Find out next episode, if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
We shall see you soon.